yeah. Slide on a real one, on my mama and God, you the real thing. Can't even cap to me, know you feel something. Yeah, you wanted a million and you show it. What you want, is it really that important? You've been on my mind and I really can't ignore it. Little baby, you a 10, when I'm in it, I got you going, oh. I can't even help it. I don't think I want to know that I've been on you. Ooh, oh. Tell me that you want it. Little baby, you a 10. Can I run it back again? Laid up, we paid up and faded on top of it. Ain't really used to this, I ain't ever had. From the bare minimum, we doing lavish. I was down bad, really acted like I had it. You seen right through it, knew I was catting up. Still let me hit it till you cashed out, it had enough. Lately, been adding up. What you want, I'm activated. Way you looking at me with the miles, hella captivated. Know you had you a long day, you agitated. I can get you off no medication, have you elevated. Can't fix the world, but I bet I fix that attitude. Mood on Big 10 when I fall through, it's all you. Slide through the town by the lake shore. Used to ride tank to the last drop in the Acura. Really, I was down bad, I was acting up. Somehow you still ain't had enough, yeah. Ride for a real one, yeah. Slide on a real one, on my mama and God, you the real thing. Can't even cap to me, know you feel something. Yeah, you wanted a million and you show it. What you want, is it really that important? You've been on my mind and I really can't ignore it. Little baby, you a 10, wait a minute, I got you going. I can't even help it. I don't think I want to know that I've been on you. Tell me that you want it. Little baby, you a 10. Can I run it back again? What we doing? I've been on you long time, I'ma prove it. You let me ride tides and I always keep it fluid. Anything going stupid, I be tripping if I lose it. I get you so high, have you jet lag. We can skip town, get your rest back. Vacating it out and blowing jetpack. Show me one more time, nothing you best at, yeah. One more time at you at sunrise. We can slide on Telegraph and do brunch time. I've been making ends meet. I've been running routes to catch it. Plays in the field deep. I just wanna build reach. No, I got you charged up. Just let that phone die. Pull up in the clutch like I'm Curry in the crunch time. I got something for you when the sun gets hot. Drop that pen up in the black soda house and know you ride with a real one. Side with a real one. On my mama and God, you the real thing. Can't even catch.
What up, though? 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 Biz Nation in the business. Stand up, stand up, stand up. We are here. We are here. We are here. We are here in the building. Man, shout out to all the people in the chat showing love right now, man. First of all, I want to shout out some new members to the channel. Natasha, I hope I say this right. Robert became a YouTube member of Tabiz TV. So shout out to Natasha for becoming a new member of the channel as well. My boy my Take TV said became a YouTube member. And also he is a mod as well. So shout out to my Take as well. I definitely appreciate the love, sir. All right. We got everybody in the building right now. Let's see what we got going on here. We got CJ said, y'all need a public audit of the Fulton County Jail. It's a legal thing that can be done. Absolutely, 100%. We went over that budget in that video, and shout out to all the people that watched that video. That was the most watched video, like premiere video that I've ever done. And thank you again to Cat Not Williams for just always shouting me out and supporting the channel and supporting me. I had to say I'm blushing a little bit because she even said that she's becoming a huge fan of my channel, which is like super dope. And just anybody saying that in general is like super amazing. You know what I'm saying? But to have a fellow content creator who is, growing and growing and growing by leaps and bounds on a daily basis, it's definitely humbling to have someone to give you that compliment. So shout out to Kat again for that as well. I appreciate that so much. We got Casper in the building saying G-Day Tay Biz in chat. We got Steph JK saying what up, doe, everybody. All right, we got Cheryl in the chat. They got a membership as well saying hello. All right, we got Kristen Vasquez said hello, everyone. Tay Biz staying busy. I'm staying busy. You know, Labor Day is tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not going to be laboring. tomorrow. I'm going to be relaxing tomorrow, and hopefully I can successfully do that, because I know me, sometimes I will impromptu give myself something to do. Cat Not Williams, shout out to Cat Not Williams in the building. She's in the chat. You know, Cat, if you want to come up, I know you've been streaming today, but if you want to come up, just let me know. Just send the word. You can come up with me. If not, and you want to chill, I get it. I understand. All right. The mod of all mods, Chill in the building, saying, what up, though, everyone? Chill is not only the mod of all mods because she's the first mod ever, but also she's the first member ever of the channel. So I just want to hit a big clues bomb real quick. Saying thank you to Chill. Thank you to Chill for always being supportive, always showing me love by leaps and bounds. Thank you so much as well. Abundance is saying, welcome to everyone. Miss Jams in the building. Plans and Pens is saying, I was hoping someone would put the spotlight on Rice Street. Oh, we about to put the spotlight on Rice Street. Listen, what we're going to do is, you saw the thumbnail. We're going to actually talk about the CEO of the Strategic Security Group, Security Corps, right? But we're also going to talk about some Fulton County situations that have been going on recently with the 4 county jail guards who were charged for providing contraband, and not just contraband, but also some sexual activity, some sexual healing to the inmates as well. And we're going to cover that a little bit. We're going to have to get into it, man, because it is what it is. It is what it is. Plans and Pens are saying what up to everybody. Steph JK saying, hey to everybody once again. Felicia Fee in the building with the fire emojis. I appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much. Chill is saying, go ahead and please like, share, and subscribe at Tay-Biz TV. This is what we do. This is what we do. James Patterson in the building saying, what up, though? All right, let's get it in. Kat said, this is perfect time, and I had to prep the rest of my dinner ingredients. Okay, cool. Well, you good then. You good then. You good then, Big Tay, not the little one. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Kat sent me here to Tanika R. Thank you so much for subbing to the channel. She said, Kat sent me here. I definitely appreciate it. I hope I do you justice with this channel. We have a lot of integrity with this channel, so I definitely hope that we continue to do that for you as well. Tanika R. Everybody show Tanika some love. Show Tanika some love in the chat. Show Tanika some love in the chat. She said, I need you to keep doing this because I need to be able to lurk. Okay, got you, Kat. I got you. So I'm your lurk channel. Good. No problem. No problem. No. As long as you participate in the chat, it's all good. It's all love. Mary Chase in the building saying hello, Tay-Biz in chat. I just want to highlight everybody that's showing love, man. This is so great. It's so great. Brooklyn saying, hey, Kat. But Brooklyn is in the building as well. I think she was in the other, I think I saw that name in the video premiere chat as well. So absolutely. So much love is in the building. So much love is in the building. So I'm not going to belay the time any further. Look, this is 7:24 in the evening. You know what I'm saying? Labor Day is tomorrow. How many of y'all got to go to work? If you got to go to work, put a 1 in the chat if you got to go to work tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow. I'm chilling tomorrow. I am off tomorrow. Miss Jam says Rice Street, aka Trap House. Oh God. It's unbelievable. Fulton County is on another planet. You damn right it is. Damn right it is. Army nurse in the building saying Kat sent me here. Man, shout out to Kat. Now, everybody put Kat in the chat real quick, man. Shout out to Kat Not Williams again for sending another person over. Army nurse, I appreciate you for stopping by and watching your boy Tay-Biz TV. I appreciate it so much. Oh, Living in My Truth says she got a word tomorrow. She put a 1 in the chat. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry. That's bad. That's bad. Man, nobody should work on Labor Day. Not one person. Cheryl said, I'm chilling with you, Tay. I appreciate the love. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. Now, I want to say your last name. I want to pronounce your last name, and please correct me if I'm wrong. Is your last name Baliki or Balaki? Please let me know if I'm saying it right or wrong, please, because I hate messing up people's names, because my actual name, people have messed up all the time. Ever since I was a little boy, they have messed up my name. So I definitely want to make sure I do you justice. Okay. All right. Miss Mary Chase said Cat Nut Williams sent me two. I appreciate that. She said 100. Okay, I said so Balicki. Okay, got you. All right, I said it correct then. That's what's up. That's what's up. Can you dig deeper on how much Fanny and Love make a year? I can. Actually, as a matter of fact, I will do that. I'm not gonna do it on this video, but I'm gonna definitely probably make a video. I should make a video about the budgets that are covered throughout the year per person. Because again, remember, these are political positions, these are public records. So anybody can actually dive into this. So Brooklyn, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket and try to make some. I'm gonna deep dive into that. Okay. Let me deep dive into it, be a little bit more thorough in the budget plans and in the actual salary of these particular individuals. I know Glanville, I think lead attorney put up Glanville's budget or his salary, and it was a little bit over 100,000, like 120 some thousand or 130 some thousand. So yeah, so it's definitely something to look at, and but see, the thing about this though is the fact that don't get caught up in the salary. Let me just say this real quick. Don't get caught up in how much a person make with a public position. It's really not about that. It's really about the perks that come with being a public official. There are so many things, like as far as like people who would donate to you, all that kind of stuff. But on top of that, like the benefits you get, the actual kind of, I would say, hookups, for lack of better words, if you will, the hookups that you can get being a public official, it makes the salary look like whatever. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. If you go, listen, if I just make $150,000 a year being a judge, but the perks that I have is above that value, where you think I'm gonna go? Like most people, they're gonna go to the perks. Everybody got somebody that knows somebody that want to hook up, baby. You feel like, hey yo, hey yo man, hey, I got that for $9.95. I got that, I got that for you. You feel me? Of course, people are gonna be like, okay, $9.95 compared to $29.95. You know what I'm saying? So that is the thing. It's all about what you look at, and so you have a lot of perks, especially being a prosecutor. You have absolute immunity, according to the 11th Amendment, which is messed up prosecutorial immunity. And I believe Cat Not Williams, her video, and somebody put Cat Not Williams video in the chat that she did about prosecutorial immunity. There are some people who may not have seen that. And if somebody can grab that link to that video, excellent job on prosecutorial immunity. All right. And she broke it down like a fraction. Okay. So absolutely. So the hook, there you go. Mary Chase said it right there. Yes, sir. That's the hook. The bennies, the benefits is the hook. All right. When I give you those benefits, oh my God. Oh my God. It makes the salary. Who said my FFS in the building? What up, though? Who said my name? He said. But no, the benefits is what makes everything. So yeah, absolutely. So the chat is live. The chat is lit. Let's go ahead and get into it. But I'm gonna definitely look at the budgets, or these I'm sorry, budgets, salaries for them. But I'm gonna also look into some benefits that comes with a lot of things, because that is the hook. Like you said, that is the thing that gets everybody in. All right. So Casper in the building says something very factual. It says here, Adrian Love worked as a senior assistant district attorney for Fulton County. Absolutely. And in 2018 had reported a pay of $62,012 according to public records. That's actually a fact. That is actually a fact. Now that was 2018. Now she's chief deputy district attorney. So we can just imagine what that looks like. You know what I'm saying? So She Lee is in the building, making sure that we get the link up. That's what's up. So let's go ahead and deep dive into this, man. Let's deep dive into this. All right. So we're going to go into, first of all, before we get into the CEO of the security company, because I'm telling you, this is actually insane what's going on. The fact that you are losing contract with someone or with a company that is essentially uh, helping you out with your issue with your jail. The jail is so corrupt, it's so messed up. It is crazy how Fulton County Jail is. Um, as a matter of fact, when I looked at the Georgia State Senate committee hearing, when when the one of the senators was questioning, I believe, people in Fulton County, the commissioner's office, the board of commissioners, and things of that nature. They were asking questions about, okay, what process do you have when it comes to, you know, doing a background check on a special prosecutor or all these type of things, and and they don't have a background check. They don't have a process that they go through in order to say, okay, this person is a special prosecutor that should get this much money. Again, when Fonnie Willis hired Nathan Wade, uh, aka Gorilla Grip hired Nathan Wade to be special prosecutor for the Trump case, he had no experience, of doing this particular type of case. And so, but he had a payroll for $700,000 a year. $700,000 a year. And as we all know, Gorilla Grip and BD Wade was tap dancing with each other all night. All night. Up all night. All night. All night. She was good, boy. I'm telling you. She was, hey, they was getting it in. Okay. $700,000 worth of action. Okay. Worth of pumping in or sweating. You feel me? That is absolutely insane. Okay. And you, boy, you must have been putting it down for 700,000, boy. Woo-wee. And then to do that to your wife? Oh, man, listen. I just can't imagine. I just can't imagine. So anyway, let me get back focused. So definitely this is a situation where we have Fulton County Jail guards being charged with providing contraband. I'm just going to go ahead and get this article in real quick here. Let me bring myself down. We're going to get into this right now. Shout out to FFS saying our process is no process. As a matter of fact, that's the truth. That's actually true. Thank you so much for your super chat. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate the generous super chat. Let's go ahead and look at this real quick here. It says 4 Fulton County jail guards charged with providing contraband sex to inmates. All right. These are the ladies. Okay. Now, now these is them. These are they. All right. These are the ladies who are 4 of many of the county jail guards who have been charged with contraband and also giving sex to inmates. Okay. Now, I have a question, chat, and I just want you all to be honest with me. Okay. I want you all to be honest with me. Do you all believe, if you saw these young ladies anywhere, grocery store, mall, church, it don't matter, would just by speculation, and I'm going to say this, intelligent speculation. Everybody thinks speculation is always bad. No. There are some people out here who know how to discern, and they know how to dissect and unpack things. Like, don't get it twisted. Just because I don't have all the facts, that doesn't mean I don't know how to put these dots together to get to the facts. Okay. So don't sell yourself short when it comes to speculation or discernment. Would you think that these young ladies were security guard officers for a jail? Would you consider them to be security guard officers for a jail? If you saw them out at Kroger or Whole Foods or wherever you go, and you saw these young ladies, would you say, you know what? Those look like some good security officer guards right there for a jail. Okay. I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't understand what is going on. Shout out again to FFS saying, sorry, no joke. I wouldn't hit that if you paid me I'd be in the shower making nut juice. Oh my god, not the nut juice from Woody, man. Not the nut juice, man. Oh my god, FFF. Everybody put FFS in the chat, man. That's my guy right there. But look here. Look, so hell no, no, hell to the no, hell no, another hell no. Oh my lord. Right? Cheryl said no. Living my truth said hell no. Okay. Oh Angel Baby says no, I wouldn't take them serious. Shout out to Oh Angel Baby. Never seen you before in the chat, but thank you so much for being a part of the Biz Nation chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching tonight. Time in the building said hell no. I see these women locked up in prison before some security guard. Absolutely. Natasha said hell no once again. Oh man, James Patterson said no. Chill said nope. Who the heck they provide security to? Exactly. Who are they provide? I don't understand, right? So let's get into the article, okay? Because I want to go ahead and read it. And I'm going to play the actual, news about this and get some updates here. It says here that 4 Fulton County jail guards were arrested for smuggling cell phones, cigarettes, chicken pot. No, they. Hold on. No, they. Y'all stop this. Did I say chicken pot pies? Somebody put chicken pot pies in the chat. Somebody put chicken pot pies in the damn chat. Not chicken pot pies, y'all. Come, I mean, we already had Tay Quez, look, Lil Quez and Lil Mike and Quez the other day, right in the chat. Okay, everybody was calling me Tay Quez Nation in the building, Tay Quez TV in the building, right? Now we got chicken pot pies. I mean, really, really, we're doing chicken pot pies right now, man. Y'all smuggling chicken. Y'all smuggling chicken pot pies. Okay, y'all on some other stuff, man, and other contraband to inmates. I can't even get through a whole sentence without cracking up. It says here, Fulton County deputies arrested Laquana. Listen to these names now, y'all. Laquana Ballard, 34. Regina Harris, okay, 26. Anisha Silas, 24. And 26-year-old Aisha Tate. Oh my God. This is absolutely crazy. All 4 are charged with smuggling contraband, including cell phones and cigarettes, to inmates. Ballard is also charged with sending explicit photos and videos to an inmate, while Tate is accused of having inappropriate sex with an inmate, according to Fox 5 Atlanta. Fulton County Sheriff Patrick Labatt, or Labatt, I hope I'm saying his name correctly as well, even though I think he's crazy, released a statement on Wednesday condemning these actions of his former employee. He said, these women unfortunately chose to be on the wrong side of the law by fraternizing with residents. They will now have to face consequences for the crimes they are accused of committing, says the sheriff of Fulton County. Okay. What in the world is going on here? Chicken pot pies? Listen, man, let me tell you something. I ain't never heard nothing like this. I have never heard of anything like this. Not chicken pot pies. Not chicken pot pies, dog. And where they get the chicken pot pies from? Was it homemade? Shout out, put homemade if you think it was homemade pot pies in the chat, or put the KFC chicken pot pies in the chat. Or maybe it was the healthy choice. All right. Maybe it was I don't know. Jesus, man. What is going on in Fulton County? Like, legit, what is going on? Okay. This makes absolutely no sense. This makes absolutely no sense. All right. Look, we're gonna get into the KFC. They got to be the KFC. The Popeyes from KFC got to be those. It can't be the ones that it can't be the frozen ones, can it? Can it? They had to. Maybe they was homemade. Okay, so Kristen said the frozen Popeyes. Maybe I don't know. Definitely KFC. What do y'all think? They gotta be. There is no way you're smuggling chicken pot pies. Yo, this is absolutely crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and take a look at the coverage of this real quick here, because this is absolutely insane. Those FFS said those ghetto chicks ain't cooking. Nah, they ain't cooking. They ain't cooking, man. They not cooking a damn thing, he said. Oh my God. Pot pies in the building. Pot pies in the building. I saw some pot pie emojis earlier in the chat. Y'all are funny. Y'all are funny. Sam W, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I appreciate your generosity. Thank you so much. Says inmates thought it was a BBL. It is Atlanta. It is Atlanta. So I mean, it is Atlanta. You feel me? The BBL situation might be true. It is. It is Atlanta. It is Atlanta, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Shout out to She Lee. Said it's storming, but I'm in the background. Oh, thank you so much. And I hope you stay safe while it storms. All right. Thank you so much for your generosity. Once again, She Lee is in the building. She Lee is in the building, being so generous, and one of our great moderators as well. Thank you so much for your generosity. I appreciate it so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She will be officially sponsoring the chat so far. Whoever gives more than that will become an official sponsor of the chat as well. But yes, this is absolutely crazy. Let's go ahead and look at the news, though. Let's go ahead and look at the news and see what they're popping about, because I can't understand for the life of me. I can't understand for the life of me how you can smuggle in this kind of stuff, man. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Hold on, let me shrink myself a little bit. Let me do some. Yeah, there we go. Let me do some editing real quick. All right, here we go. So we're about to go into the actual, see what the news reported about this. They'll get an overall sense of what's going on here, because y'all smuggling cigarettes and cell phones and chicken pot pies. Y'all are crazy. Okay, y'all crazy. Let's go.
New at 6, phones and more smuggled into the Fulton County Jail tonight. The Fulton County Sheriff's Office confirms it has an ongoing corruption investigation, and 4 security officers who work for a contract company arrested. Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie is live at the jail, where he's been poring over the warrants against these 4. Mark, you found some allegations that seem shocking.
Yeah, a Fulton County Sheriff's Office official says this investigation started in May and more arrests are expected. But for now, 4 young women are residents of the jail where they worked until yesterday.
They work for strategic security. I can confirm that they have all been terminated.
The Fulton County Sheriff's Office.
What? Hold up. Wait a minute. Y'all thought we was finished? Okay, so now y'all see why I'm showing this, right? Where they come from? Where they come from? They came from the strategic security. Who y'all hiring? See? This is the reason why I posed the question. Listen, even though I think that the sheriff is still being disingenuous himself. I mean, he was landed on kind of thick in his response. But look at the plot twist. Look at Plans and Pens. Plot twist. Look at the plot twist. Wait a minute. They were from Strategic. This is the reason why I put the video out about Strategic and everything that happened right there before this live, because we're going to go over the actual press conference of the CEO. I have not seen the press conference. This is going to be raw reaction once again. Okay. I'm telling you right now, I am so fascinated by this entire thing. Hold on. I saw something in the chat. Hold on one second. Old Angel Baby says, I hear a little gospel tenor just now. Okay. Now you try. See, she's trying to expose me. Listen. Strategic hires anybody, it seems. It seems like they hire anybody. So you hired, what their name is? Laquana? What was it? Aquana? Aquana, Aisha Nil, Anisha Nil, Regina. What was the first girl? Was it Roquana? What was the girl first name? Hold on. Let me see if I can get this right. What was their first name again? What was her first name? Hold on. I gotta get this right. Laquana. That's what I said. Laquana Nil. Laquana Nil, Regina Nil, Anisha Nil, Aisha Nil. Okay. You hired gang. You hired gang. And they had their own agenda in mind. They was smuggling them damn chicken pot pies is what they was trying to do. Listen to me, okay? Y'all ain't about to fool with me today. I'm telling you right now, we are going to get into this, all right? Because I'm telling you, when I found out this, I was like, what? What? They from Strategic. Specifically from Strategic. Let's go.
Residents of the jail where they worked until yesterday.
They work for Strategic Security. I can confirm that they have all been terminated.
The Fulton County Sheriff's Office says it turns out 4 security officers working for a contract.
Okay, Laquana. This is Laquana. Okay, I'm glad they did this right here. I'm glad we're doing this right. So this is Anisha. They spelled her name wrong in the article. This Regina, okay, and this Laquana Nil. Okay, this Briaisha or Aisha. All right, Briaisha. Is it Briaisha? Briaisha? What the hell her name is? Somebody pronounce this. Try. Briaisha? Briaisha? Bruh. Yeah, Tate, Ballard, Harris, and Silas. That's a good idea, Steph. Thank you. Tate, Ballard, Harris, Silas. So this right here, they said that Ballard was the one that was, giving out the sexual healing, if you will. Okay, the interactual sexual activities, all right, videos, if you will, things of that nature. So this is the plot twist. They are all from Strategic Security, man. All of them. Now, listen, this is not foreign that city officials or even counties or whatever the case may be, they hire privately owned companies as contractors. Again, in my IT career, I was once a municipal tech IT person for the city of Noblesville, Indiana. And they had a budget for private contractors. My company was Sandy Solutions, and they were contracted with Noblesville. And so based on that contract, we had a budget and we negotiated a budget, and I got paid through my contracting company. This is no different than what I've been through as a tech. Okay. So at the end of the day, it's not unheard of and uncommon that they will do this. And it's basically this to save money in a sense. Okay. But what you cannot do is not pay the contract. Okay, you can't do that, especially prematurely. What happens is most contracted companies, because they depend on the negotiations of that contract, they will back out. They will back off a bit. You know what I'm saying? Or they will, if they don't back off, what they will do is they will downsize their own people. I've seen that happen before. I think I never had to go through that, but I've seen that before where they're like, okay, this group of techs, we're going to remove this particular help desk or whatever in this company because we can't afford to pay them because this company is ready to either leave us or ready to, or they're not paying us or whatever the case may be. So it's important to understand how the contracts work. However, 3 months and almost $1 million ain't no way in the world I can continue to pay people in my company and you're not paying me what you owe me. That still falls into play. However, you get what you pay for. Remember, it said 3 months. So this is what you're paying for, man. You're paying for Briacia, Laquana, Regina, and Anisha, and Anesia, or Aniza, and Anesia, right? Excuse me. Hope I'm saying the names right. I don't like mispronouncing people's names, but this is what you're getting. So here it is. You're talking about, yeah, they owe you $1 million and this and the other, but you also giving them this. You're also giving them this type of employment as a result of this contract at the same time. So let's keep that in mind. Let's be objective about this, okay? Because I know everybody knows that this dude is nothing but a male version of Fonny. All right. Male version of Fonny. We get that, the sheriff. But this falls upon more than just him. But this right here is showing you like, okay, this is what you get when you have these private companies and they have their own type of interviewing process, their own type of hiring process, their own level of quality when it comes to hiring people. This is what you get. You get this all the time. All the time. All right. So let's go ahead and continue to play. Let's finish this out.
Contractor at the county jail were security problems. Records suggest Briacia Tate admitted using a book to hide phones. Allegedly confessed to smuggling in cell phones in a cutout inside a book.
Yes.
Now one might say that Fulton County Sheriff's Office is throwing the book at her. After a corruption investigation, we counted 10 criminal warrants naming her. Records indicate after she reported.
What? Wait, what? Okay, hold on, y'all. I haven't seen this whole thing either. Damn. Wait a minute. She had 10 warrants? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. 10. Hey, man. Y'all. Hey, I know they lying, right? They got to be lying. This is not it. This can't be. This can't be right. This can't be true. You had 10 warrants. You were. Oh my God, dog. This is absolutely insane. Now, I can't stress this enough. Again, private companies have their own quality when it comes to hiring people. Man, this right here is like below quality. And let me tell you something. See, it's stuff like this that makes, this is the odor of mendacity that we're talking about, because now it makes it seem like the private company was so negligent of quality hires that it was a reflection on Fulton County. And now Fulton County trying to clean it up. They're trying to clean it up so that way the reflection won't be on them. This is the reason why this is the reason why the sheriff, Patrick Labbit, said, listen, we will hire them directly. The other security guards that are on point, we will hire them directly and we'll pay them from a different budget, from a different bucket. You remember that? This is why this is politics. This is politics at its finest. Let me tell you something. This was a political moment for the sheriff. This is a political moment. Because he said, you know what? This security company, they disingenuous, they do this, they do that. You know what? We decided to not move on. But when it came to answering questions about paying them the $1 million, oh, it's a budgetary issue. No, it ain't. It can't be a budgetary issue because we just saw that the adopted budget for the sheriff department alone is $146 million. As a matter of fact, your budget alone is about almost 4 to 5 times bigger than the district attorney's office's budget. Oh, we just saw that in that video that I just posted, that I just dropped over an hour ago. We looked at the budget. Sheriff budget was $146 million. Yes. In 2022, he started off at 125. He actually got more money. Then you get a contract and you get a company to help you with your staffing. You outsource them basically. And then all of a sudden, you find out that 4 of those contractors out here giving out phones, cutting it up in books, sexing it down in the Fulton County Jail. First of all, why are you putting female security guards in a male jail anyway? Like on the male, like in the male side of things. Like why are you putting them with men? Especially if they're not actually directly from the police department or correctional officer or whatever. Why are you putting them with men? Seriously. This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. Shout out to FFS once again, man. Always showing love. Thank you so much for your generosity, man. FFS gonna be a sponsor of this channel as well. Says she looks like she's already been getting hit with books, bats, and bricks. She's making my eyes water, man. Hard to look at. I'm telling you, listen, man. This is nasty work right here. This is nasty work right here. I can't lie. This is nasty work. This is nasty work. Abundance says I work in a men's facility as well. I mean, that's cool. I appreciate. Listen, look, I just don't. We talking about Fulton County though, all right? And plus, I have a little bit of a thing when it comes to women being in those type of environments with men, only for the simple fact that, and it's not to say that women can't handle it. It's for the simple fact that men can be overpowering in various ways in those type of environments. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's a more be careful thing, you know? It's a be careful thing. I just hope, and please, Abundance, be careful. All right. Please be careful. So this is, and let me bring context to this. This was ancillary work. Okay. This was ancillary work. So it wasn't like they're totally inside of the actual units and things of that nature, but they were still a part of the jail where they can, you know, secure the doors, secure the walkways, secure certain areas of the jail. And it's easy to be able to smuggle something. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not getting patted down or checked. You know? So, hey, man. Living in my truth said that table, but remember they said that they only guarded the entrances. Oh, yeah, I just made that statement. Yep, thank you. Yep, just made that statement. Yep. It was just ancillary. However, you see what ancillary work can do in the Fulton County Jail for sure. So let's go ahead and look some more into this.
Now one might say that Fulton County Sheriff's Office is throwing the book at her. After a corruption investigation, we counted 10 criminal warrants naming her. Records indicate after she reported to work Tuesday, she was transported to the Jail Investigations Unit's office, and that Ms. Tate stated she had sexual intercourse with an inmate inside of the bathroom in the tower on floor 7 South on 3 separate occasions. That Ms. Tate stated she brought a total of 6 cell phones inside of the jail and gave them to the inmate. that Ms. Tate stated she cut portions of the pages of the inside of a book and concealed the phones inside of the hole in the book. That Ms. Tate stated she brought strips, paper laced with chemicals used for smoking, inside of the jail on 2 separate occasions.
She was about that life. Hold on, let's listen to this again, y'all. Damn. I mean, damn. She is about that life, okay? Jeez, oh Pete. In the bathroom? Over by the stove, I know. By the buttered rolls. She was on her tippy toes. Jesus, man. Doing jobs like that, wouldn't you need to do it? Hello. Let me tell you something. I know this to be a fact, okay? There ain't no way. There is absolutely no way. There is no way that you are getting a job and you got 10 warrants. You hear what I said? Do you hear what I said? There is absolutely no way you are getting a job and you got 10 warrants for your arrest. There is no way. So you know that they did not do a background check on these ladies. They didn't. There is no way that she was able to get this job. I don't even see. I'm glad, Kristen, I'm glad that you actually said this, because I'm trying to figure out like how even with the security company in their hiring process, you don't do background checks on people. See, this is where when we start unpacking the issue, where things start getting mud, the waters start getting muddy. The waters start getting muddy. The waters start getting muddy. And I'm telling you right now, it don't look good for this particular company. Their hiring process, it's almost non-existent. If a woman or a man, it doesn't matter, can get 10 warrants, they have 10 warrants, and you still hire them, like how? They figured out that she had 10 warrants just by investigating. You didn't even do a background check. This is crazy. This is crazy. Let's listen to this again, because I want to make sure. Because this is Briacia. Oh, Briacia about that life. I'm smuggling cell phones, chicken pot pies, and I'm smuggling little thing, little poom poom. You feel me? I'm smuggling poom poom too. Jeez.
Transported to the Jail Investigations Unit's office, and that Ms. Tate stated she had sexual intercourse with an inmate inside of the bathroom in the tower on floor 7 South on 3 separate occasions. That Ms. Tate stated she brought a total of 6 cell phones inside of the jail and gave them to the inmate. That Ms. Tate stated she cut portions of the pages of the inside of a book and concealed the phones inside of the hole in the book. That Ms. Tate stated she brought strips, paper laced with chemicals used for smoking, inside of the jail on 2 separate occasions. That Ms. Tate stated she received payments from the inmate via Cash App for the contraband items she brought in and gave to him, and that her Cash App payment summary from the inmate showed a total of $1,682.
We can't screen for integrity.
Natalie Ammons of the Sheriff's Office says terminated security officer Regina Harris faces 3 warrants related to a contraband cell phone provided to an inmate. Ms. Ammons says terminated security officer Lacuna Ballard is accused of sending explicit photos and videos to an inmate, plus a couple of conspiracy charges involving conversations about how to bring cigarettes and cell phones into the jail. And Ms. Ammon says terminated security officer Anisia Silas faces a conspiracy charge involving a...
Y'all gotta be kidding. This is ridiculous. Lacuna? Did he say Lacuna? I promise you that article said Laquana, dog. Hold on. Everybody put Lacuna in the chat. Okay. We sorry, Lacuna, for mispronouncing your name. Apparently, this gentleman knows how to say your name better than we do. Although we're from the same community. Okay. We're from the same community. I apologize that I was not ebonically equipped to pronounce your name right. Okay. I'm sorry, Lacuna. I apologize. I thought it was Laquana. I'm from Detroit. Okay. I'm from Detroit. From Detroit. That's a Laquana all day. That all day, that's Laquana, dog. That's not Lacuna. Even if I seen it spelled the way I just saw it spelled, Laquna, I still would say Laquana because the hood in me gotta say Laquana. Lacuna? Lacuna Matata? What a wonderful phrase. Stop it. No, stop playing with me. Everybody put stop playing with me in the chat. I need everybody to put stop playing with me in the chat. Your name ain't no damn Lacuna. It's Laquana. I thought it was Laquana, baby. And Lacuna? the girl name is Lacuna. I'm telling you, I thought I was ebonically sound. Okay? I'm a 41-year-old Detroit native. I thought that I was ebonically sound. Apparently, I don't have my ebonics correct because this gentleman said, and Lacuna, you know, he said it so fluently. I'm like, teach me something, big dog. Yo, teach me something, big dog. I ain't even know. I ain't even know that the A was silent. I thought I saw an A between the U and the N. Apparently, my bad. It's Lacuna, everybody. You know what? Lacuna, my bad, baby girl. My bad. You feel me? I ain't even mean to do you like that, all right? I ain't know your name was Lacuna. I thought it was Laquana. I'm from the hood, baby. You feel me? I thought Laquana was automatic. Obviously, it's not. Obviously, it's not. Let's go.
To an inmate. Ammon says terminated security officer Lacuna Ballard is accused of sending explicit photos and videos to an inmate, plus a couple of conspiracy charges involving conversations about how to bring cigarettes and cell phones into the jail. And Ms. Ammon says terminated security officer Anisia Silas faces a conspiracy charge.
Okay, Anisia. Listen, this man is pulling out the big guns. Okay, her name is Anisia. It's not Anisha or Anisia. It's Anisia. So that article we read, they need to stop the cap. All right, it's Anisia. Again, another ebonically unequipped moment for your boy. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I did not mean to offend you, Anisia. Here we go. My bad, y'all. I'm trying.
Involving conversations about how to bring cigarettes and cell phones into the jail. And Ms. Ammon says terminated security officer Anisia Silas faces a conspiracy charge involving a phone charger and a charge involving giving an inmate unauthorized food, namely a chicken pot pie.
Put chicken pot pie in the chat, dog. She's the culprit. She is the. Hey man, I can't do this shit, dog. I can't, man. I did not know I was going to be. Oh my god. Put chicken pot pie in the chat. It is you, Anisia. You are the one that's giving out chicken pot pies. Is this what were you thinking? Huh? Really? What were you thinking? What? First of all, you're lazy. You didn't even cook those damn pies. You could have, but you didn't. You decided to microwave some stuff, and then say, hey, enjoy. Now you getting locked up. Locked up, they won't let you out. You about to get locked up. Come on, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. FFS is the super chat king, says no roast beef. No roast beef. You just gonna give me chicken? I've been in prisoner for years and you just gonna give me some chicken? I can't with you. I can't. Look, my sparkling plans. It's like, oh my God. I know, right? I know. I feel it. I feel it. Oh my God. Shout out again to FFS. Everybody put FFS in the chat. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and make FFS a sponsor along with Sheely. Hold on. Let me see. Boom, boom. Yeah. Let's see here, man. Let me go ahead and put him in. This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. Let me put him in the chat. Yo, absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. She is giving out pot pie. It's you, Aniza, it's you. No one else but you. No one else but you, dog. Dang. Dang, man. Let's go. Let's
cell phones into the jail. And Ms. Ammon says terminated security officer Anisia Silas faces a conspiracy charge involving a phone charger and a charge involving giving an inmate unauthorized food, namely a chicken pot pie. Now, Ms. Ammon says all...
It didn't look like he dropped his head in disappointment because it was a chicken pot pie? Hey, listen, look at this though. Look at after he look at this man's demeanor when he came back on. Look.
A phone charger and a charge involving giving an inmate unauthorized food, namely a chicken pot pie.
Damn, I can't.
Now, Ms. Ammon says all four.
It's like, damn, man, not chicken pot pie at all. Oh my goodness. Yo, the chat is hilarious. Listen to me. This is absolutely insane. Okay, see, this is the thing, man. When it started getting like this, again, Fulton County breached their contract. $1 million are owed to Strategic Security Corporation. However, okay, Strategic Security is giving Fulton County 4 women who like to have sex, talk on the phone, and love chicken pot pies, and they giving it to the inmates. They cutting the books open and putting phones in the books. This is like ridiculous. This is ridiculous, man. Let's go to the chat real quick because y'all been cutting up. Shout out to FFS once again. The super chat king says, "Was the chicken stuffed or not?" She looks like she's stuffing it. Just an educated guess. Listen, this is absolutely insane. Let me see. Let me go up. Sam W. Once again, thank you once again for the $2 super chat. Says, had them pies strapped in androgynous areas. I know, right? Oh my goodness. Those chicken pot pies need to be quarantined. Okay? Those chicken pot pies need to be quarantined. Tambourine says, Anisia looks like she's saying, I don't give a F. She don't care. She don't care. She out here, man. She is out here giving out the pot pies. She don't care. Cat Not Win says, I'm in the bushes cooking, but dying laughing. Let's go, man. Oh, old Angel Baby over there cracking up. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. You cannot tell me those pot pies ain't from KFC. They gotta be. They gotta be. They got to be. Q was in the building. Q was in the building. Said cat is always in the bushes. Q was in the building. Let's go. We got the family in the building. Yo, man, this is absolutely, absolutely insane. Shout out to everybody once again, all the super chats, new members. Thank you all so much for participating. All right, for participating in this live, man. We about to get into the meat and potatoes in a minute. Let me go ahead and get everything all set up and nice and grizzly for your peoples, for your boy. All right, let's get everything popping. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and do this. Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy, man. Chicken pot pies. Now, remember, again, these are from Strategic Security, the corporation, who has declared that Fulton County ain't been paying any money. Fulton County has not been paying their fair share. Okay. So we did see that in the video that I dropped, we read the full release statement. Seems like the release statement is genuine. And it seems like the timeline is making some sense, right? But let's see what the security company CEO has to say. And let me tell you something. I have not seen this release press conference. Okay. I have not seen this press conference. I have no idea what this man is going to say. Now that we have a glimpse of the type of quality product, the type of quality employment that he has been allowing, obviously, to be rendered. Because and the reason why I say he's allowed it is because there is no way that you have the largest county in Atlanta as your client and you're not involved and you're the CEO. You're involved heavy. You're involved heavy into the decision making and things of that nature. And let me tell you something. If he doesn't address the people or persons who hired those women and others, then that means there's something going on with the leadership of that particular company. Okay. And in private companies is really messed up because a lot of these cats, man, they private company, they privately owned, man, all they care about is making the money. Somewhere along the way, the integrity starts dying off when you get to a certain size. It's like people who I have seen before on, I'm just going to use YouTube as an example. I have seen so many channels that they are huge. They got great guests. They got great content, great discussion, dialogue, even when it came to like dating, relationships and things like that, and men trying to understand women and women trying to understand men and all these type of things. I remember one channel in particular. I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to put them out there like that because I used to be a member of their channel, and they used to have this one particular show every Thursday. It was so lit. And I'm talking about maybe a couple years ago, I would say maybe 2 or 3 years ago, super lit. Like every week, it was like 3,000 people looking in the chat, and the content was great. They had multiple subjects throughout the dialogue on the panel. And they had one particular gentleman who was like a well-known YouTuber as well, and all that kind of stuff. And they all was just coming together. It was a great love and camaraderie. Then the integrity of the show started going down because they started doing numbers, and then the actual subject matter started being diluted a bit. It's like, and then they just letting anybody come on. And then this one particular person left the show, and it seemed like after that, the channel just started going into a downward direction. And I'm like, how did this happen? And my thing is this: if you are the CEO, owner, or whatever it is of your own thing, make sure that you keep the integrity of your thing. Don't let, just because you partner up with somebody and then they are a little bit more successful than you, it doesn't mean that they dictate the integrity of your channel or dictate the integrity of your business. You stay integral at all times in your business, in your content as a YouTuber or whatever it is. But keep your integrity. Do not allow outside influences interrupt your integrity. Okay? Just do not do that. So that is something that I am very, very hard myself on. This is the reason why when new members and new subscribers come to my channel, I always say, I hope I do you justice. Because I'm a human being. I'm a man. I have flaws. I'm flesh. You know what I'm saying? I have flaws. I'm not going to come to you like I'm going to bat 1,000 every single time. I may have some viewpoints that you don't agree with. Does it mean you have to literally dismantle everything about me? No. I can have a disagreement with someone and still be their best friend or their true friend. I don't like best friend, true friend. Okay. So this is what it is. This is what it's about. I don't want to be in a situation where the integrity of my content becomes lopsided because somebody else that I hooked up with that's more successful than me makes it better, and then all of a sudden I fall off and just depend on that person to keep my integrity on my channel. No. My channel, my responsibility. What I put out is what I put out. You know what I'm saying? And I have to be 10 toes down on what I put out. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is for me. So these private companies, they do this all the time. They cheapen the integrity of the hire, but they swell up and boast I would say the presentation of their work or what they promise, and that is not good. That's a lopsided situation. So here it is. We're going to watch. All right. And I know I went on another rant real quick. I apologize. I kind of do that from time to time. I kind of just go into another place, but here it is. We have the CEO of Strategic Security Corporation. All right. And we're going to play this. we're going to rock out to this and see what he said. Listen, again, this is my raw reaction. I have not seen this at all. And so I want to deep dive into this. Let's get into what the CEO of the company now has to say. Remember, we saw what we saw the product that he put out. And this is not the first time that contraband has been an issue with Fulton County Jail. I remember there was a time not too long ago, maybe about 6 or 7 months ago, where there was actual correctional officers who were involved in something. And that's the reason why one of the judges recused herself. Judge Ingram actually recused herself from taking on the YSL or taking on the what was it? The Glanville recusal motion. She recused herself from dealing with it because one of her correctional officers in her courtroom was actually involved in some stuff about an inmate. And so that's why she recused herself as well. So yeah, you remember that? So it was some correctional officers as well that done this. So this is my first time hearing the actual contractor security guards doing something crazy. So let's see what the CEO got to say, man. Let's get into this and let's see how we feel about this. Let's put our thinking caps on. Let's see what's going on, because he could be genuine and he could not be genuine. It depends. He is a CEO. He is a privately owned business. So you will do whatever it takes to make sure that your business stay afloat. So let's get into this.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. It's 2 minutes after the hour. My name is Joe Sordi. I am the CEO of Strategic Security Corp. And we are prepared to give a brief statement surrounding the incidents regarding the suspension of services at the Fulton County Jail. We will not be taking any questions during this statement, so please hold all questions until after the statement is complete. Once again, my name is Joe Sordi, S-O-R-D-I, and the Chief Executive Officer of the Strategic Security Corp. This contract has started on or about July 1st, 2023, provide security guard supplemental services to the Fulton County Jail. That's approximately 80 security guards. It initially started at 40 and has ramped up to 80 to provide supplemental duties to the deputies performing the jail services. These are non-direct contact services with the inmates. These are ancillary services such as doorways, entrances, and exits. Immediately in the contract negotiations, the Fulton County Jail requested that we pull back a clause regarding non-solicitation of our employees. Typically, we have that in every type of contract. Every security provider does, whereas a company cannot solicit for direct hire your employees. It was conveyed to us that they wish to remove that part of the agreement so that if a security guard wanted to elevate his career and become a sheriff's deputy, he could. So barring that exclusion, we acquiesced and we were amendable to removing that clause so that there could be an advancement of one's career into a deputy public sector position, which obviously would pay more and there's greater longevity. So barring that, there is nothing that we would agree to as far as a solicitation clause. Almost immediately, the Fulton County Sheriff's Office fell behind in payments in excess of 90 days. And despite non-payment, we continued to pay all of our employees and have payroll records to prove that all of our employees were paid weekly for the past year while we were waiting for payment from Fulton County Jail. We have in excess of 75 to 100 documented phone calls and emails to representatives of the Fulton County Jail, the mayor's office, the governor's office, the Board of Commissioners, requesting payment for said services. Negotiations and deadlines for the suspension of services began way back in February of 2024, when it was apparent.
What? Hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Let me go back a little bit, okay? let me go back a little bit. Hold up. February is what he said. Hold on now. Somebody's lying. Somebody. But this man said February. Let me tell you something. I know one thing about me. I'm not going to forget when some money needed to be due to your boy. Let's go ahead and listen to this again. Let's listen to this some more. This is very, very interesting.
And have payroll records to prove that all of our employees were paid weekly for the past year while we were waiting for payment from Fulton County Jail. We have in excess of 75 to 100 documented phone calls and emails to representatives of the Fulton County Jail, the mayor's office, the governor's office, the Board of Commissioners, requesting payment for said services. Negotiations and deadlines for the suspension of services began way back in February of 2024, when it was apparent that the county jail was not able to fulfill its end of the agreement and pay for services. Being a former law enforcement officer and a public servant, it was with a heavy heart that we had to set a deadline for a drop dead date if we were to pull out of this contract. We gave them till March 28th to provide an answer if they're able to come up. I'm sorry, not March 28th, August 28th, to provide an answer if they're able to come up with funding for the project. We had several communications to them throughout the course of the day. The deadlines came and passed. Then on March 28th, as it was looming, the definitive deadline, the drop dead date where we were going to suspend services, we finally got communication back and engaged in communication with the Fulton County Jail. Subsequently, we sent over a revised addendum to an agreement with terms outlining conditions for payment of services and subsequent terms to ensure that all parties are fairly represented. The contract deadline for that came and went, and we placed several more calls to representatives of the jail, including the sheriff. They all fell on deaf ears. We did not get a response. After we did not get a response, we were then forced to notify our staff that we are suspending services effective immediately of the drop dead date that we provided to the county, and we would no longer be providing any subsequent services to the jail. It is with a heavy heart that we do this, because we understand that it puts inmates at risk, it puts sheriff's deputies at risk, it puts a whole host of people at risk, including the local constituents of Fulton County. And it results in jail being shut down, as well as our employees that are reliant upon these jobs to have steady employment. We are actively pursuing all measures to re-engage Fulton County should they decide they want to continue services. We are always open for that. We are also taking all of our employees and looking to move them to other contracts that we have throughout the state. Sheriff Labatt's statement that he is looking to hire our employees directly demonstrates that upon entering the contract, the agreement was entered in bad faith. If you're looking to solicit our employees, and if you never had the funds to actually pay for said services being rendered. Back in February or March of last year, we were told that there was a cyber attack, and that was the delay in payment. We were provided with no said proof. Furthermore, it just compounded day after day, week after week. And the only reason why we haven't pulled out until now is because of our moral obligation to the officers and the men and women in blue that we stood side by side with in the jail, and wanted to provide the safest environment for those in our care and custody, and to supplement the deputies as well. But we
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Shout out to Cheryl Balicki once again for the super chat. Thank you so much for being so generous. She says here that you notice how nice the outside looks, yet so filthy inside. Absolutely. This right here, this statement is a life lesson statement right here. Absolutely 100%. 100%. She loves fantasy. I'll see you all the time in the other chat. Shout out to She Loves Fantasy. Says, I'm not taking their side, but to be fair, all Fulton County systems were hacked this year, right? I believe so. I'm not totally sure to be fact, but I do know, this is what I do know. I do know that particular hack was a CrowdStrike hack. Okay. And so that could be anything, really, because CrowdStrike is an antivirus software that is embedded in an OS and depending on how strong the firewall is and things of that nature, you will have to go through certain lengths to hack through the firewall of that particular company. Let me tell you something. This is the reason why you have to have backups and you have to have other type of disaster recovery programs or plans when you're dealing with IT. However, let me tell you, I'll tell you one thing. If the Fulton County systems were hacked, then how come those plea deals haven't been reconstructed? Yeah, if the Fulton County, if those systems were hacked so well, then how come we have the same old when it comes to certain information. So let's not get caught up in the hack thing, because that CrowdStrike was a particular type of hack. It was not a systematic hack in the regards of what you might think. So yeah, it wasn't. If it was hack, how come my credit score still looked the same? How come my hack me? Matter of fact, I'm gonna hack myself. I'm IT. I can hack myself, man. You know what I'm saying? And get some things popping. But no. But in all fairness, yeah, I don't think that particular hack was something that was infiltrated in a way that could bypass the Fulton County system. And let me tell you something. As a former municipal tech, there is a certain type of IT infrastructure that is rendered that most people don't even know about. And I just leave it at that, so that way I won't get pinged or looked at for, I done had black suits come to my house before. I don't want none of that. Okay. But let me tell you something. There is a way that when it comes to government facilitated IT security, you have to be top notch to be able to go inside of these programs. And let me tell you something. Most of the programs that the city governments have are mostly outsourced. They're not in-sourced programs. They're not built in. They have other programs that they hire companies for those programs. They don't build those programs on their own. Direct hire IT for the city is not well equipped to do the things that IT company actually can do. Trust me, they're not that smart when it comes to this particular type of infrastructure. And I'm sorry, I just have to be honest. They don't build their own programs. All right. Listen to me. Municipal government, they don't build their own program. When a police officer pulls you over and he's able to pull up your information based on your ID, they're doing that from a third party program. Trust me. Okay. So, and that CrowdStrike hack was not equally, it wasn't done on a global or national scale like you may think. A lot of those programs don't even have CrowdStrike. There are some programs that have other antiviruses like SentinelOne. Like SentinelOne is the most sophisticated antivirus program I've ever seen in my IT career. I've been in IT for over a decade. SentinelOne, I used to be a SentinelOne admin. Let me tell you something. I know about SentinelOne myself. I was an administrator for SentinelOne. Okay, let me tell you something. That program is highly sophisticated when it comes to antiviruses. CrowdStrike, another, is sophisticated. I'm not sure if it's highly sophisticated like SentinelOne, but when it comes to these other programs, most of these programs don't even use CrowdStrike. They normally use SentinelOne, or they may build their own antivirus software specifically for their program, because that's how highly sophisticated that program is. You know what I'm saying? So even though CrowdStrike was an issue, but when it comes to certain programs, it may not be, because a lot of programs don't even use CrowdStrike like that, to be real with you. You will have a lot of different networking people, organizations that will use CrowdStrike for their network, but but the programs, a lot of people use SentinelOne, man. SentinelOne is highly sophisticated. So just want to clarify that real quick, but I would not. It depends if Fulton County system if Fulton County systems use CrowdStrike, then it's possible. It's possible, but most of that was a Microsoft CrowdStrike issue. The actual CEO of CrowdStrike said it. He actually said that the CrowdStrike issue was mainly correlated with Microsoft and the things that they do through there. So yeah, I don't, you know, so I wouldn't depend on that there. Casper said SentinelOne is the best security software. I mean, it's the most sophisticated. I'm not gonna say the best because I don't want to put it like above anything else. What I'm saying is SentinelOne is a very sophisticated security program. It's top notch. Okay, it is very sophisticated. I mean, even if you try to uninstall it, it takes 2 hours to uninstall SentinelOne. This is how sophisticated this program is. It would take you at least the first half of your shift as an IT person to uninstall Sentinel-1. That's how sophisticated it is. I'll just leave it at that point. All right, let me get back to the video. I'm sorry. Again, you know, I get into, I go left. I apologize. Let's go.
We were provided with no said proof. Furthermore, it just compounded day after day, week after week. And the only reason why we haven't pulled out until now is because of our moral obligation to the officers and the men and women in blue that we stood side by side with in the jail and wanted to provide the safest environment for those in our care and custody and to supplement the deputies as well. But we can no longer continue to support the project and pay our officers. So we are paying our officers through the end date, and we have suspended services until a new agreement could be made. The sheriff's statement that he is looking to hire our employees directly, to our knowledge, that means that they are not being given peace officer status. If they are not given peace officer status, they are then governed to have a security license issued by the Georgia Board of Private Detectives and Agencies. If they're not given peace officer status, they do not fall under the color of law exception, which means if there is some sort of liability or act taken, that they are outside the scope of their employment, as they are not licensed. If their title is basically the same as it was with us, security, then they need to be licensed, and the Fulton County Jail itself needs to be licensed as a security agency or a private detective agency, which it is not. It is licensed as a law enforcement entity. So this raises several questions for us as far as if they're violating OCGA codes and laws. And if they do hire our personnel and they weren't able to pay us or remit payment for invoices and services rendered to the tune of in excess of $1 million, where are they going to come up with paying these employees on a weekly basis? They explained to us that they were taking from various buckets of money to give us small amounts to help us get through the next week or two. However, if those small buckets are depleted, and this is a minimal drop in the bucket because we offered them that we would stay on past the drop dead date if they were providing approximately about $175,000 of 2-week service and of back money owed and execute the agreement. If they were not, then we were pulling services. So if they did not even have that small nominal amount, how are they going to pay these officers to work at the jail? So once again, this is not something that we're proud of. In 22 years of private security and public sector service, we have never had to suspend services to any client due to non-payment of services. At this time, we'll open it up and take any questions.
This is Erica Murphy here with 11 Alive News. You said that this is the first time in 22 years that your company has ever had to deal with something like this. I'm wondering, what are you hearing from the people that are there on the ground floor? Have your employees said that they will go ahead and sign on with the sheriff, or are they going to stay on with your company?
I assume that's going to be on a case-by-case basis. We are offering employees other positions that they could transfer to. If they elect to stay on with the sheriff, then that's their prerogative, however they want to. I understand the sheriff's offer of enticing these employees by giving them a 10% raise. I understand that that is something that's appealing.
Whoa, yo, he's using certain type of words. Oh, hey, he's like, yeah, y'all enticing. You all are enticing these particular individuals with a 10% increase. Okay. Yo, your boy, Joe, what was it? Joe Sorty? He's standing no business. All right. He's standing no business. Listen, think about this. You have a food truck business, okay? And then the people in your food truck, you have a contract with a company or with a building or whatever to do your food truck thing, and they give you a monthly stipend or whatever, a monthly salary for a monthly negotiation for your food truck to sit there. All right, so that way you don't have to depend on sales all the time. Okay, and then you have they got their own kitchen. This building, they have this business got their own kitchen, right? And they allow you to go ahead and do your food truck business on their parking lot. Okay. And then all of a sudden, they stop paying your food truck business since February all the way to August. Okay. That's 6 months. So for the last 6 months, they do not pay you for your food truck to sit in their parking lot or whatever the case may be. And then all of a sudden, they're like, you know what? You say, you know what? I can't do this. I'm going to have to remove my truck and go somewhere else where I could keep this business relationship going. And then the next thing you know, they're like, you know what? We're going to have to remove ourselves from this truck and go somewhere else because we cannot do this. We can't do this. I can't allow my staff. I can't pay my staff for this particular situation because, hey, we cannot afford. I can't afford to pay them past August the 28th. Okay. And then all of a sudden, they're like, you know what? That's cool. We don't need you anyway. What we will do, though, is offer the people that work for you, we'll offer them whatever we were paying you, and how that was divvied up, we'll give them a 10% increase on what you was giving them anyway. Really? Well, then how come you just didn't hire them to go in and cook in your own kitchen? Why are you taking my chefs from my kitchen and trying to give them an extra 10% increase on what I was already paying them? Oh, that's because there wasn't livable wages and it wasn't this and it wasn't that. Well, you were not paying me since February. I gave you a deadline. I gave you a deadline of August 28th. You still didn't pay me. So this is way bigger than just the fact that you couldn't pay me. You decided not to. That's where he's coming from with it. He's coming from the fact of, I don't even think they really intended to pay us in the first place. The way this is going, I don't even think this was the move that they wanted in general. That's why they stopped in February. Yo, talk about being taken aback. Talk about being taken aback. Dang, man. I push back a little bit, but let's finish this. Let's go ahead and continue, man. This is crazy, yo. This is crazy. Shout out to Indy Love 2008. Appreciate you. Says Fulton County don't have enough public defenders or COs. This is crazy. Absolutely. Indy Love 2008. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you subscribe to the channel. Hope I do you justice as well as a subscriber if you have not subscribed already. Thank you so much. But yeah, this is absolutely insane. Yep. Let's go.
Or have your employees said that they will go ahead and sign on with the sheriff, or are they going to stay on with your company?
Let me go back a little bit.
And take any questions.
This is a great question, by the way.
This is Erica Murphy here with 11 Alive News. You said that this is the first time in 22 years that your company has ever had to deal with something like this. I'm wondering, what are you hearing from the people that are there on the ground floor? Have your employees said that they will go ahead and sign on with the sheriff, or are they going to stay on with your company?
I assume that's going to be on a case-by-case basis. We are offering employees other positions that they could transfer to. If they elect to stay on with the sheriff, then that's their prerogative, however they want to. I understand the sheriff's offer of enticing these employees by giving them a 10% raise. I understand that that is something that's appealing to them, but you have to ask the question, if I was any one of these employees, if the company I work for was not getting paid, how am I going to get paid in the long term?
Hello. Isn't that what we said? Isn't that what we said? Like, if you're not paying me, how do you think I'm going to be able to pay my people? Stop it. We basically taken from the business account of the extra money from the business, and we're funneling it to the payroll budget just to make sure that our people have what it takes to live, at least. It's crazy.
And can you remind us how much you're owed?
We're owed in excess of $1 million.
Oh, in excess. You got to listen to them words, man. I'm telling you, this sounds like, hello, listen to me. Hello. Hold on, y'all. I got to do this. I have to put a question. I got to put a question in the chat. Okay. Hold on. I got to put this question in the chat. Hold on, y'all. I got to put this in the chat. Does this sound like a potential or a future lawsuit brewing right now? Does this sound like, I want to know what you all think. Does this sound like a lawsuit ready to happen? Strategic Security Corps versus the state or the Fulton County or the state of Georgia or whatever you want to call it. Doesn't this sound, he's using words like force, excess, enticed. He's using words that are normally accusatory terminology. Okay? He's using accusatory terminology. This sounds like a lawsuit is about ready to come forth. It's about ready to come forth. Put a 1 in the chat if you can. Put a 1 in the chat if you think a lawsuit is brewing. Put a 1 in the chat if you think a lawsuit is brewing. Put a 1 in the chat if you think a lawsuit is brewing. Put a 0 in the chat if you don't. You're like, nah, I don't think so. Put a 1 in the chat. I want to see what y'all think. Put a 1 in the chat if you think this is a lawsuit ready to happen. Huh? Oh my goodness. It sounds like he's using lawsuit words. Listen to me. He's using lawsuit words. He's using words like entice. He's using words like force. He said we have documentation, we have receipts of the fact that y'all haven't paid us since February. And then the reporter said, well, can you tell us the amount that they owe you again? Oh, it's in excess of $1 million. You heard what the chief said. Chief said it was nearly $1 million. See, this is what I'm talking about. These are lawsuit words, man. These are lawsuit words right here, yo. Oh, it's nearly $1 million. It's nearly. How much do y'all owe? Because the same question was proposed to the sheriff, Patrick Labette, or Labette. I'm going to say Labette. I think that's the way you pronounce his last name. And according to Sheriff Labette, They owe him nearly $1 million, and it's only been 3 months. CEO said, it's been since February, and y'all owe us in an excess of $1 million. And I've called the mayor, I've called the governor, I've called the sheriff's office, I have called all of y'all, and you all have not responded to me. And I gave you all a deadline of August the 28th. You heard what the sheriff said. The sheriff said we was on the phone. This is August 29th. That's a Friday, right? Today is the 1st, Sunday. Yesterday was 31st. Friday was the 30th. 29th was Thursday. I'm sorry. August 29th was Thursday. He said on Thursday. He said y'all had until the 28th. That was the deadline. On Thursday, he said we're going to release our services. He gave you a deadline. You thought he was playing. You thought he was playing. This man said, dead ass. I want my money. I want my money. Pay me what you owe me. Call it shot. Pay me what you owe me. Oh, yeah, you better give me that money. That holy matrimony. Okay? I want that. I got to give it to my peoples. Yo, man. Yo, man. Yo, man. Look at that. Look at the chat. Look at the chat. Look at the ones, man. Look. Look at the ones. Let's go. Let's go, man. This is crazy. This right here. This right here, man. Yo, this is crazy. Let's go.
Positions that they could transfer to. If they elect to stay on with the sheriff, then that's their prerogative, however they want to. I understand the sheriff's offer of enticing these employees by giving them a 10% raise. I understand that is something that's appealing to them, but you have to ask the question, if I was any one of these employees, if the company I work for was not getting paid, how am I going to get paid in the long term?
And can you remind us how much you're owed?
We're owed in excess of $1 million.
This is Dylan Jackson with Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Could you clarify, you said that the disputes began happening in February, but this outstanding bill was for the last 3 months. Were they paying you at some point between February and June, and then weren't paying you from June to August, or how did that work out?
Great question. The contract began in July of 23. Immediately upon July of 23, we noticed a deficiency in our contract and in our period where it talks about our compensation, where if a client defaults past 2 billing cycles, we're able to suspend services. Due to the nature of the contract, we did not exercise that. We tried to engage them repeatedly. They made small payments to just keep us at bay. They never came fully 100% around to pay the entire principal due. They would pay small little percentages of it, and we would, because we wanted to maintain the relationship, we would continue to work with the county, hoping that there would be an amicable resolution for everyone. But as it turns out, given the sheriff's attempt to hire our folks individually and to not be forthcoming, and to basically be forthcoming in his interview yesterday that they simply did not have the money, that is basically saying that he knowingly and willingly entered into an agreement with no intentions of paying.
And just
oh, hello. Let's go back. Had no intention of paying. What? What?
That there would be an amicable resolution for everyone. But as it turns out, given the sheriff's attempt to hire our folks individually and to not be forthcoming and to basically be forthcoming in his interview yesterday that they simply did not have the money. That is basically saying that he knowingly and willingly entered into an agreement with no intentions of paying.
Yo, let's unpack that real quick. Okay. Does he make a good point or no? I mean, seriously. I listen, I know he hired 4 women who was on some bullshit. I know that. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna see. I know he did. Okay. I know somebody in his organization. He probably don't even know who they are. Okay. I'm pretty sure he don't know like who hired those people. However, I would be hands-on if I was him. However, you did give me 4 bonquishas. All right. And they were smuggling and sexing and smoking cigarettes, bringing in cigarettes and all this kind of stuff, right? So you did give me 4 of them, all right? But yo, the fact that he unpacked it that way, the fact that you were able to go behind the back of the company to talk to these people individually that belong to my company, and to also give them a potential 10% increase from a bucket of funds that you're calling vacancies. Listen, vacancies just mean miscellaneous. Let's just keep it a buck. It just mean money that you just got on the side just in case some stuff. It's not doing anything. The money is not going anywhere. It's not going to anything on a monthly basis or any billing cycle. It's not going anything. So it's nothing. We're going to use some of those monies that don't go to anything, and we're going to give these people a 10% increase to work for us directly. What? Yeah. So I definitely think you never had the intent to pay us directly the way you're supposed to. As a matter of fact, I did not even implement the 2 billing cycles missing of payment to stop services. I didn't even implement that on you, my boy. I'll let you do this, bro. I'll let you do this, dog. Like, I still gave you services at some point. You know what I'm saying? And a 10% increase, you the one said, and when I say you, I'm referring to Sheriff Labbitt. He said these people didn't have livable wages. They was only making like $41,000. We're going to give them a 10% increase. What's 10% of 41,000? Oh, you want to give them a 10 for working in the Fulton County Jail? Fulton County Jail, the most dangerous jail. I don't care if I am doing ancillary work. The most dangerous jail in Fulton County. And let me tell you something real quick. Let me put some game out here real quick. You best believe if Fulton County is going to hire those people, they're going to be working in those units. You think they're going to be ancillary? No, they're not. Trust me. Oh, if we paying for you to do what we need you to do, we need you to work on the inside of this block, on the inside of this unit, on the inside of that unit, Gen Pop, whatever the case may be. We need you to work. He's giving you a 10% increase to do more work. People, listen to me, yo. I need y'all to listen to me, okay? If anybody is saying, hey, if you work for me and I give you more money, they're expecting more work. So basically what you're saying is we don't find value in ancillary payments of services. We really need more people in the units, and they do. And they do. You know why they do? Because the jail is overcrowded. That's why they put them in Cobb County. That's why they're putting inmates from Fulton County into Cobb. And they're paying Cobb County money to house them, because that means to house an inmate, I mean, you have to feed that person, and that's money. So if you were hiring me 10% more than what this guy was paying me, and I was just doing ancillary work, if you're giving me 10% more than what he was paying me, that means you want me to do 10% more of what I was doing work production wise. It's a game. This is a game. This is what the game is, yo. So now what you're saying is, and if I say yes, if somebody says, you know what, I will work for you guys, because guess what? I wasn't making livable wages anyway. An extra $4,500 a year would help me out. That way I have an extra like $46,000 a year. I'm making $46,000 a year now because I got a 10% increase. Okay, so what do I need to do? Man, you're gonna be doing all kind of stuff. You're gonna be going through all kind of different training: how to detain an inmate, how to de-escalate inmates fighting, how to do this and how to do that, how to stop an inmate from a shank. Make sure you spray an inmate when they're fighting each other. All this kind of stuff. They ain't have to do none of that. I hope y'all hear what I'm saying. They did not have to do any of that with this guy, but with that sheriff, they're gonna have to do that, because he's understaffed in the unit. He's understaffed because it's too many inmates. It's too many inmates. So you want to make it seem like, oh yeah, if we hire those people who was contracted with Strategic, trust me, they're going to be just fine. We're going to give them a 10% increase. We're going to make sure that they're well compensated. You're a liar, bruh. You're going to overwork them. And you're going to put them in situations that they don't even know about. This is a great comment right here. Oh, he putting them on the front line. You best believe he is. Absolutely, oh Angel baby. You best believe he's going to put them on the front line. He don't need nobody answering those, and he don't need no, what they used to call it, the doorman at the hotel. He don't care about no doorman at the hotel. That sheriff need people in the units. Hey man, I know you work. This how you know. Watch this. Oh, I know you work in the security for the doors and everything like that, but I mean, we need you to work a little bit overtime, man. All you gotta do is sit inside the unit, make sure that the jail doors is closed, make sure that all the inmates go inside 21-3, blah, 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 blah. Do all this kind of stuff, all this extra stuff that he ain't even getting paid. He's not even trained, or he or she is not even trained to do. They're going to abuse those people, man. 10% ain't nothing. 10% ain't nothing, bro. Compared to the work that I'm going to have to do, it's absolutely nothing. You trying to play me, Sheriff? You trying to play me for a fool? You know good and hell well that you're going to want me to do more work for less money. And the work that I'm going to have to do is dangerous work. It's going to question the fact if I even go home to my wife or kids or not. Like, seriously, this is absolutely insane. And you're trying to paint, and this is what they do on the radical left. Radical left. What they do is not the regular left. I'm talking about radical left. What they do is they try to paint pictures that ain't true. Paint pictures that ain't true so you can believe it. You can hold on to this dream and all this kind of crap that they try to sell you. No. You're not going to give me 10% more increase of what I was making. I was only making $41,000 a year. Now you want to give me an extra 10%, which is essentially $45,200 a year. And then all of a sudden be like, you know what? We're going to also put you in these. Don't you want to become a correctional officer? Don't you want to become a real good worker? No. I was good just being a security guard, bro. You the one said that we wasn't making livable wages. Did you see any security guard on that interview or on that response from the sheriff? Did you see any security guard say that they wasn't making livable wages? Have you ever heard of such thing until now? Until now, all of a sudden, these wages were not livable wages. You've been rocking with them since 2023. Now, all of a sudden, I found out they wasn't making livable wages. Here's another political angle I can take so that way people could keep me to be the sheriff, so I can make sure that I keep that $146 million budget in-house and then scrape away the inmate welfare fund as well, which is a $5 million budget. Man, come on, man. It's a game. And you can't play me, dog. I see right through you. Oh, I see right through, homie. Oh, yeah, I see right through you, homie. Yeah. You trying to make sure I don't get home at night, aren't you? Fulton County Jail is full of shanks and knives and all kind of craziness. And you want me to work for you guys. So I'm going to still do the same thing I was doing with Strategic? Nah, we're going to have to train you a little bit further. Shout out to FFS once again, says that's 3 cell phones a month I'd rather smuggle. Exactly, man. Just being security. Tanika R says corporate politics, left or right, is boo-boo. Absolutely. The right do the same thing. They sell you a bunch of bull. They act like they all saved and Christian and all this kind of stuff, and we Catholic and this, that, and the other, and all of a sudden, what done happened to the Catholic Church? Huh? What happened to them boys? What happened to them boys? Yeah. They're not fooling me either. It's a game on both sides. It's a matter of who plays the game the worst. A punch or a kick. Which one you want? Because either way, you're going to get touched. Either way, you're going to get hit. Either way, you're going to get tapped. Stop it. Stop it. It's a game. Try to sell me on no bull. You can't fool me, man. No, you cannot fool me. No. I'm sorry. No, I will stand 10 toes down. I don't care if I lose subscribers, likes. I don't care. You're not going to fool me to think that both sides of the spectrum are playing fairly and equally. No way. It's about what you decide as a policy that you like. You like the left or the right. It's up to you. That's all. This is all political propaganda. We haven't heard nothing about this security company being an issue until now. The fact that he has exposed the fact that you don't pay him well or haven't paid him at all in over 2 billing cycles. But you do know you got 4 bonquishas. You got 4 bonquishas who's been giving out cell phones and flesh and all kinds of things. All right, I'm done right, man. This dude right here, listen, I the plot thickened with the employees that got fired, but let me tell you something. The man is talking like he about to file a lawsuit against Fulton County or against the sheriff department or whoever. And let me tell you something. Even if he hired 4 bonquishas and not say he directly, but someone in his organization hired 4 bonquishas who did this stuff, right? Who did all this contraband, right? It has nothing to do with the contract. You still supposed to pay me, dog. And I want my holy matrimony. All right? I want my money. Let's go.
But as it turns out, given the sheriff's attempt to hire our folks individually and to not be forthcoming and to basically be forthcoming in his interview yesterday that they simply did not have the money, that is basically saying that he knowingly and willingly entered into an agreement with no intentions of paying.
And just to clarify,
Thus a bad faith agreement.
Just to clarify, so it's fair to say that they've never paid since July 2023 when the contract was entered. They've never paid the full amount per billing cycle. They've basically been paying little by little, and then the past 3 months they had not been paying at all. Is that fair to characterize it that way?
They've been playing catch up on older invoices due and never have been able to pay the entire principal due. And for the last several months, since February of 2024, have been severely delinquent.
Well, how much have they paid?
Whoa, severely delinquent since February of 2024. I'm sorry, y'all, but damn, how much can we take of this? For fuck's sake, why are you bringing my girls into this? Hey, man, I ain't trying to bring you. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to do that. Thank you so much again for the generous super chat, man. Your boy FFS be on point, man. Listen, let's do this. Tanika, I'm with you. What? What?
Little by little, and then the past 3 months they had not been paying at all. Is that fair to characterize it that way?
They've been playing catch up on older invoices due and never have been able to pay the entire principal due. And for the last several months, since February of 2024, have been severely delinquent.
Well, how much have they paid you?
That's confidential to this point. They have, as I said, they have paid a small amount of money, but they have not paid the principal that is due, which is over $1 million.
From a jail security standpoint, can you elaborate on what positions these security officers?
I'll mute mine.
I just muted mine. So from a jail security standpoint, can you elaborate on what positions these security officers were filling? And from your perspective, what aspects of the jail may now be vulnerable?
Well, I'm not going to go into detail about what aspects of the jail could be vulnerable, because we did work shoulder to shoulder with the sheriff's deputies, and we have developed a relationship with them. So we're not, for any amount of money, going to compromise our ethics or our moral obligation to them and divulge any operational security reasons that would compromise the security of the jail. All I would tell you is that we were manning and doing positions that were non-direct contact positions with the inmates. So those were exterior positions.
Okay. No direct contact. No direct contact with those inmates. How much you want to bet with that 10% increase, there's going to be some direct contact with them damn inmates? This is all this. Look, this dude right here. I'm gonna tell you something. He sounds like he's from Boston to me a little bit. I know somebody said New York. He sounds like he's from Boston. You know, he's out of Boston. He sounds like got a little Boston, that gangster accent, little Boston, right? But let me tell you something. This dude right here is standing on his principles on this one, and I can kind of tell because his press conference is not far off from his release statement. It's not. It's literally within the same vein. So yeah, he's definitely letting y'all know, like, yo, they just don't do right. They don't do right. Period. They don't do right. Man, this is crazy.
So we're not, for any amount of money, going to compromise our ethics or our moral obligation to them and divulge any operational security reasons that would compromise the security of the jail. All I would tell you is that we were manning and doing positions that were non-direct contact positions with the inmates. So those were exterior positions, towers, doorways, entrances, things of that nature. I cannot go into further detail because that would jeopardize the overall operational security of the jail, and I do not want to put the men and women that work there at risk.
Could you tell me about next steps here?
Oh. I'm sorry, ma'am.
Courtney, were you talking?
Yeah, I was just gonna have him repeat something, so you go ahead.
What I was going to ask about is next steps here. So they owe you over $1 million. What steps are you planning to take to get your money, or are you planning to take any steps?
Well, at this point, we're hoping to re-engage them, and being that they cannot legally do what they're looking to do in terms of hiring security guards because they're not giving them peace officer status. So that's something that I'm sure post this conference that the Georgia Board of Investigations will look into, and the private detective agency and security board will look into. We are exploring any method possible at this point to secure payment for services rendered. We did provide a service. It was bona fide. We paid our employees for said service, and we'd like to collect what is owed to the company. It's that simple. It's there's nothing more to it than that.
Okay, bro. No, just say lawsuit, my dude. Hold on, bro. Hold on, fam. Just say lawsuit, dog. Just say you're gonna sue him. All right, just say you're gonna sue him, bro. Don't even worry about all that other stuff, dog. Just say I plan on suing them. If they don't come up with my money, I plan on suing them. All right, just say that, bro. Just say that, because I'm telling you right now, all this other stuff right here. It sounds good, bro. And I think it sounds good. He's doing it for the cameras, He's doing it for the press conference. But let me tell you something. Just say you about to sue him. Just say you about to sue him, man. All right. Hold on, man. Shout out to Mixed Chick _Samantha. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it. Everybody put Mixed Chick in the chat. Put Mixed Chick in the chat. She says, "Do you really believe Fulton County hired guards from the security company? If so, how will that affect the guards if there is a non-compete clause?" Sorry if you answered this already. I'm late. Well, the guards was hired. Also, the guards were fired because of certain things that they have done. And so, however, the only thing about this, the non-compete clause part, the only thing about it is that there was supposed to be some type of elevation from this position as well. Okay. Which was the motivation for this particular thing. However, the guards are trying to basically being recruited in a sense by the sheriff, who is telling them, hey, this is where the competition come into play. Hey, if you work for us directly, we have a pool of money over here where we can give y'all a 10% increase. You see what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, we can go over here and get 10% more. Okay, great. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? So that whole thing is the problem. The problem is the fact that you're going to tack on more work for less money, even though you're getting a 10% increase. But what's going to increase is that workload, and it's going to be in a position where you're going to be on that front line probably. You know what I'm saying? So this particular company right here, what he's saying is that, man, what he's saying is that, yo, ever since February, I've been trying to work with these people, and it has been grotesque working with them just to get paid so I can pay my people. And the wages wouldn't be unlivable if you paid me to pay them. But you don't want to pay me to pay them. What you rather do is pay them directly, give them this 10% increase fluff, but then you're going to put the workload on them. That's crazy. So that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I answered your question, but that's basically what that is. So shout out to Mixed Chick _Samantha. Thank you so much once again for the super chat. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate it so much. Thank you once again. Let's go ahead and look at some more people in the chat here. We got a lot going on here. Let me scroll up a little bit and see what we got going on. All right. Let me see here what's going on here. FFS says, I smell the feds coming to a Fulton County near you. Absolutely. Absolutely. CJ says, you got judges making $200,000 a year on break half the day, only working 15 days a month on average. No wonder jail's full in backlog cases. Absolutely. There's so many backlog of cases, things of that nature, and you have a lot of political figures that's making so much money that is absolutely grotesque what they got going on. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Natasha said the real gangsters is Fulton County. The real gangsters is Fulton County. All right. Tanika said we need a demonstrative we need a demonstrative on these dates and alleged payments or lack of payments. We need to see some documentation. We need to see some. I would love to see some receipts, some invoices. You know what I'm saying? The same type of invoices that your boy Trump put in the speaking of Trump, man, he's in some more trouble with God dog. Anyway, but yeah, I would love to see that for real. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? Libra Lux is in the building. Shout out to Libra Lux. Never seen you here before, but thank you so much for watching the channel. If you're still watching, says who said they look like they've been hit with bricks? we talking about the Boquishas, the Bonquishas, man. They was lit. You feel me? They was lit. Oh, for sure. Shout out to CJ again. Non-direct contact with the cars do hand signals. Absolutely. Ancillary work just means guarding the perimeter. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you tap everybody down, the doorway, thing like that. Guard the doors. Make sure you got people walking into the metal detectors, all this kind of stuff. Hey, man, look, let me tell you something. It was what it was, right? It was what it was, all right? Steph JK, shout out again, said Tay is smart and sing and he's answering. Oh, well, hold on. Well, thank you. I definitely appreciate it. Wow. That's very, very thoughtful. I appreciate it. Says a lawsuit. That's basically what he said. This man said, look, how are you gonna get those monies back? What is your plan to get your money back? We gonna sue they we gonna sue that. Yeah, go give him a crash course on suing somebody. You feel me? So absolutely, that's what that is. Even Sandy said, hell yeah, sue him, get that money back as much as you can. Becky Denard, shout out to Becky Denard for always showing us the love and support. Said laws, absolutely laws, man. It's crazy how you can bend them, you can break them, all kind of stuff to them, man. So shout out to everybody, man. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. King said, yo, what up? Shout out to King, said they need to hit Fulton County with a RICO charge. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. There is some racketeering. There is some laundry going on. Somebody rinsing some stuff. Absolutely, they're rinsing that money, man. Something is going on in Fulton County. And again, if you really want to see the details, man, that Georgia State Senate committee meeting, that hearing that they had about district attorney office, about the Fulton County budget, about the whole nine, it shows how much they're not thorough at all. And I think Miss Taylor, Misha Taylor, I believe she appeared before the Georgia State Senate. And I think somebody sent it to me. I need to look at it again, but I think someone sent it to me. And yeah, she exposed some more stuff too. So absolutely, shout out to this comment. I appreciate it. FFS again, man, for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much for your generosity, man. The super chat king in the building. Everybody push super chat king. FFS super cat king. Excuse me. Shout out to him. It says, I don't wish no ill will to anyone, but wait until inmates start getting RD and get unalived. Lawsuits to bankrupt Fulton County. Yeah, it's very, very telling because you're looking at a potential issue that's going to go on. All right. And let me tell you something. It's going to be bad. It's definitely going to be bad, man. I don't want it to be bad. I don't, but it seems like it is. It seems like it's headed in that direction. All right. So absolutely, man. I appreciate that super chat once again. Crash out. Absolutely crash out, man. Trafficking. There you go. Somebody getting the money. Somebody is getting the money. It ain't the people. That's one thing for sure. It's not the people. The people not getting the money. Where you trafficking that money through? Where's it going to? You know what I'm saying? Where's it going to? All right. All right, let's get back to the video. I'm sorry again. I had to stop and show love real quick. Again, once again, I have to upgrade. I have to update your boy FFS. He always showing love and showing super chat love, man. I definitely appreciate it. I want to go ahead and upload that real quick once again. But yo, let's go ahead and get back into this. Let's go.
They're looking to do in terms of hiring security guards because they're not giving them peace officer status. So that's something that I'm sure post this conference that the Georgia Board of Investigations will look into, and the private detective agency and security board will look into. We are exploring any method possible at this point to secure payment for services rendered. We did provide a service. It was bona fide. We paid our employees for said service, and we like to collect what is owed to the company. It's that simple. It's there's nothing more to it than that.
So when you say explore any method possible, does that mean up into and including taking them to court?
Unfortunately, we hope it does not come to that, but as we said, we are open to any action at this point that would remedy this situation.
Oh my God. What did we just say, y'all? What did we just say? What did we just say? Didn't we just say this sounds like a lawsuit earlier in the video? Did we say, man, this chat is so sophisticated and smart, man. So intelligent. Such an intelligent chat. Such an intelligent chat. Didn't we all say collectively as a unit that this has lawsuit vibes? You're saying lawsuit. It sounds like you don't really have a solution. It sounds like you're not going to come to a resolution. Let's be real. It doesn't sound like you are. This is absolutely insane. This is a great question. This was a great question. Okay. Shout out to Natasha. Thank you so much for this $5 super chat. I appreciate it so much. Says they are washing all kind of clothes in Fulton County, and their washing doesn't mean it smell good. Exactly. There's an odor of mendacity. Mendacity. Everybody put mendacity in the chat. There's an odor of mendacity. Game over. There it is. The game is over. The game is over. Look, she basically, she asked the question directly. Hey man, cut the BS. Are you willing to take them to court? Because it sounds like you are anyway with this press conference, bro. It sounds like you about to do it anyway. So go ahead and freaking do it, bro. Go ahead and do it. Uno in the business said, "Yeah, it was good. New subscriber thing." Man, shout out. Everybody put Uno in the chat. Everybody put Uno in the chat, man. Shout out to a new subscriber, Uno, man. Let's go. So glad you in the building. What up, Doe? What up, Doe Uno? I'm your boy Tay Biz from the 313, man. Born and raised. I live elsewhere because of my IT career, but I'm always Detroit. My nickname here in Indy is Detroit. That's what they call your boy. So shout out to my man Uno, man. Thank you so much. Look, let me tell you something, man. Look at this right here. Come on, Casper. Casper, dog. Tell him. Fulton County budget is $1.34 billion. You having a budgetary issue paying this man $1 million plus? $1 million plus? Uno said he's from Atlanta. He said he in IT too. That's what I'm talking about, man. A fellow techie. You feel me? A fellow techie. Yes, $1.34 billion Fulton County budget. That's including water and sewage. That's airport fund. That is the sheriff. That is judges. That is Superior Court, Juvenile Court, mayor. That's everybody. Okay. That's everybody. We're not mayor because the mayor is state budget, but that's everybody. All right. That's everything within that county. Police, fire department, any type of public position you can think of, public administrators, clerks, all of this is in the budget. And they have a proposed budget. Every county or they all do this. They have a proposed budget. Then they have a budget that they negotiate with. Then they adopt the finalized budget. And then when they adopt it, what they're saying is they are going to pay it forward or make sure that they do what they're supposed to do with this money that's allocated to this department. Let me tell you something about a ledger, right? When you have a ledger, a lot of people do this, but I mean, I think some ledgers have become a little bit more sophisticated in this recording. But there is an account. A lot of ledgers have an account number, right? And within that account number, they have different subcategories of what's in that account number for what they use the monies for. And then there's a thing called miscellaneous. Shout out to the people who ever filed a 1099. There's a thing called miscellaneous. It's a part of your budget. Miscellaneous can be anything. Anything. You can use miscellaneous funds in that particular account for business meetings, for business dinners, for whatever the case may be. So they're saying what the sheriff said is, oh, we're going to use the monies that's in our vacancies. What are you saying, bro? Miscellaneous, bro. That's all you're saying. And we're going to take those funds and we're going to go ahead and hire the people who used to work for this dude and give him a 10% increase. When really you have enough money to just pay this man so he can pay his people the actual money that he wants to pay his people. Then you want to say some political jargon with this not livable wage thing, and these contractors were not getting the monies that they deserved. They was only making like $41,000 a year. Well, yeah, because you were struggling to pay back in February. You didn't say that, Sheriff. Oh, the sheriff didn't say that. No, the sheriff didn't say that. He didn't say that. No, he ain't come that clean. And one thing about the mud, you can't come out the mud clean, dog. I'm telling you. Oh my God. Look, uh-oh. Smuggling pot pies since 2024 in the we got another troll, man. We last time we had Slimy Miss Love. Last time we had Slimy Miss Love in the chat. Now we got the smuggling pot pies in the chat, man. Everybody put smuggling pot pies in the chat. Says they lowballed the contracts. Absolutely. I'm pretty sure they did. Shout out to smuggling pot pies since 2024, man. Let's go. I love y'all, man. This is so y'all got me going. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all are silly, bro. I'm telling you. Shout out to Ash Bay 39. I appreciate you saying, shaking my head. Look, YSL was a waste of time, money, jurors get evicted. Can't live a normal life. It's insane. Yes. That's absolutely facts. Because let me tell you something. They are putting a lot of money into this RICO case. Yes, they are. They are using taxpayer dollars. And when we looked at the rewatch of the defense, Cross and Woody, we saw. I made the statement of, look at how the jurors are watching their tax dollars go to work. That's what they're doing. They're looking at their tax dollars go to work by this trial. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. You feel me? Okay, let's go ahead and get back into the video. I don't want to waste too much more time. If y'all having fun with me, put a 1 in the chat, man. If y'all having fun with your boy, if y'all feeling good, put a 1 in the chat, man. Put a 1 in the chat. You feel me? I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Let's go. I'm gonna go back a little bit more, and then we're gonna catch up to my man. Let's get there.
Private detective agency and security board will look into. We are exploring any method possible at this point to secure payment for services rendered. We did provide a service. It was bona fide. We paid our employees for said service, and we'd like to collect what is owed to the company. It's that simple. It's there's nothing more to it than that.
So when you say explore any method possible, does that mean up into and including taking them to court?
Unfortunately, we hope it does not come to that, but as we said, we are open to any action at this point that would remedy this situation.
Sorry, can you just repeat for us about this, who this affects and the safety aspect that you were talking about in the beginning?
Well, this affects not only the men and women and the deputies that work at the jail, because now they have to work overtime, they have to work longer hours, they get fatigued, they're probably canceling their days off, they have to lock down the jail, which means services and liberties given to those in their care and custody cannot be exercised, and obviously affects the intake of other inmates coming in or those that have to be in their care and custody, which then will ultimately, as any law enforcement person will know, what happens on the inside of a jail generally spills over onto the outside of a jail, which would be the county streets.
Has the sheriff re-engaged with you since he made his comments last night? Are you guys talking again?
Not one member of the Fulton County Sheriff's Office or the Mayor's Office has contacted us post the sheriff's press release.
You hear that? Not one person has contacted him since post press release. All right. So again, when you talk about odor of mendacity, you're talking about some lies and some truth all placed together in one big bowl of ridiculousness. All right. So we got to keep that in mind. All right. Let's go.
Onto the outside of a jail, which would be the county streets.
Has the sheriff re-engaged with you since he made his comments last night? Are you guys talking again?
Not one member of the Fulton County Sheriff's Office or the Mayor's Office has contacted us post the sheriff's press release.
Last week, a few of your security officers were arrested in an investigation regarding the Fulton Sheriff's Office.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Hold on. They about to talk about the Bonquishas. They about to talk about the Bonquishas. Yo, that's the fact, Steph. They don't give a single F. That's right. Listen, we about to get into the Bonquishas. We about to, everybody put Bonquisha in the chat. Matter of fact, let me help you spell it real quick because I'm from the hood. Bonquisha. Everybody put Bonquisha in the chat. We about to get into the 4 Bonquishas. We about to get into the Bonquishas. It's pie time. It is time for the chicken pot pies. Cat Now Williams said, "Oh my God, I'm on 2. She's on 2 speed and just saw smuggling pot pies." Okay, she just saw it. Listen, we're about to get into the Bonquishas. Okay, from the man himself, from the CEO himself, Mr. Joseph Sorty from New York. Thank you, Casper, again for correcting me because they sound like Boston to me, but he said New York. All right, New York. Let's go. All right, the Bonquishas. We about to get into the Bonquishas. We about to get into the Bonquishas. I'm so excited about this one. I can't wait to hear what he got to say about this. All right, let's go. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, chat. Oh, Lacey Ann, you right about that. He is not about to play with Fulton County at all. He's about to get that money. He is about to get that money. He's about to get that money. Okay. He is about to get that money. Absolutely. Indy Love said, let's go. Let's get into it. Dog. I can't wait to hear this response, dog. I cannot wait to hear this response, man. Shout out again to FFS, man, with the $2 super chat. Said Mr. Chef Chicken Pot Pie himself in the building. All right. Tabias, I don't know. Shouldn't there be an apostrophe in there somewhere? I'm not sure. What do you mean? I'm not sure. I'm sorry. Can you specify what you mean so I can understand? I apologize. I don't understand. Miss Chick _ Samantha says Rick Ross come provide your CEO background and stop attending Diddy Park. Oh, dang, she hit him with a shotgun. Wow. Well, he was a CEO. That is facts. He was a CEO. All right, Kristen, I got you. Says, look up contractor nurses caught with contraband. I got you. Let's get into it. Thank you again for the super chats, for the love. I appreciate it. Thank you again for people that have become members. Thank you again for people who liking the video. Thank you so much. All of this is your support, and I appreciate your support so much. Thank you so much. Let's get into this. Can we call her Paquisha? We can call her Paquisha for sure. Let's call her Paquisha. Let's go. So we got 4 Paquishas that we about to talk about. Let's get it.
Again.
Not one member of the Fulton County Sheriff's Office or the Mayor's Office has contacted us post the sheriff's press release.
Last week, a few of your security officers were arrested in an investigation regarding the Fulton Sheriff's Office. Is there any connection between those arrests and the dispute that you and the sheriff have had for the last few months?
It is not a dispute. The sheriff has praised and given us accolades, and even in his press release last night, said that he wants to get us paid and give us accolades for the job that we have done. As far as your first question regarding any synergy or connection there, no, there has not. Unfortunately, that was bad actors that have went through a thorough background and screening process, which includes a psychological test, a drug analysis.
Whoa. Hold on. See, I don't like word salad. My boy. I don't like word salad. One of your peoples had 10 warrants. Okay. I don't like no word salad now. Okay, now. I mean, I CEO cool, but I'm hearing some word salad though. That I ain't feeling that. You feel? Thank you, Angel. Oh, Angel baby said, listen, now he like now there's an order of mendacity going on. You feel me? See, now you lying to me, dog. Come on, cuz. Now you're giving me word salad, player. I don't like the word salad now, dog. I don't like no word salad. You said a thorough background. You can't use words thorough, background, check, and then 10 warrants. You can't do that. So something ain't right, cuz. Something ain't right, player. All right. I mean, we gonna need to hear this again, dog. This is too much word salad for me, man. I'm pulling out my southern thing. Now too much scrambling and scraping. You know, too much scrambling and scraping right now. You feel me? Hold on now. Let's listen to this again.
Investigation regarding the Fulton Sheriff's Office. Is there any connection between those arrests and the dispute that you and the sheriff have had for the last few months?
It is not a dispute. The sheriff has praised and given us accolades, and even in his press release last night, said that he wants to get us paid and give us accolades for the job that we have done. As far as your first question regarding any synergy or connection there, no, there has not. Unfortunately, that was bad actors that have went through a thorough background and screening process, which includes a psychological test, a drug analysis test, a criminal history test, a credit test.
He lied. He done. I'm done. I can't. Yeah, he lying. Yeah, he lying. Yeah, he lying. That man said criminal history check. Did you hear that? Oh, I know I got some good ears, man. I heard what I heard now. Did that man say criminal history check? Stop it. Stop it, Joe. Stop it, Joe. Joe, just stop it, Joe. Now you lost me, cuz. Now you lost me, man. Because now you're lying, bro. You know them Paquishas wasn't right. You knew them Paquishas wasn't right. You have 4 Paquishas, man. They smuggling phones and cigarettes, man. Stop it. You mean to tell me you did a thorough criminal history check and you did not find 10 warrants on one of your employees? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. She said, oh, he lied. He lied. FFS, once again, shout out to once again for the super chat. Thank you so much. So generous, man. FFS is so generous. Really, really, really generous. Thank you so much. Said she got the warrants probably after she got hired. It's very damn possible. She went full sin stupid after she got hired. Listen, it's 10 warrants though. Nah, man. Okay. We don't know how long she's been with security, with strategic security in particular. So I'll give you that. In order for you to allocate 10 warrants, you have to have done some stuff for a long time, not just after you get hired at some job. There's no, listen, unless, I think this company is, the inception of this company is 2008, I believe. 2008. So this company is not old. It's not an old company. This is a fairly new company when it comes to business time-wise. Like if you're a business and you've been in existence for like 10 years or 15 years, you're still fairly like, you got some skin in the game, but you're still not, you don't have the vintage cachet, I would say, as a business. You don't have the vintage cachet. So for a person to be able to get hired and get 10 warrants after someone hires you, you have 10 warrants, you've never been arrested for any one of those warrants. See, there's so many other questions that need to be asked. So many other questions that need to be asked. Because how you got 10 warrants and you've never been arrested for them? Because they did not say anything about arresting them. 10 warrants is crazy. So if you have 10 warrants of your arrest, then how is it that you get hired with a company? It's impossible. As a matter of fact, the company normally companies will have third parties do their background checks and criminal checks, right? And then they will email you and tell you the reason why they're not hiring you. They'll tell you like, yo, you got warrants, you got this, you got whatever. Like they will let you know. You will get a letter in the mail stating why you're not getting hired according to your criminal history, according to your background, especially for a position like this. There is no way, dog. FFS, man. I feel you. I want to rock with you on that one, but I don't know. There is no way you just go crazy after getting hired at a job, man. And you got 10 warrants. And every warrant doesn't mean it's in the same county. You can get warrants in other different counties. As a matter of fact, you can go to jail because you got a warrant in this particular county for jail. You go to jail, and let's say you get out on a bond or something like that. You best believe the other county that you have a warrant with, they're coming to pick you up right when you get finished with your bond with that county. and then they're gonna take you to their county jail, and then you have to do some business there. I'm telling you, like, nah, she out of control. 10 warrants is nuts. 10 warrants is nuts. He didn't have no idea that that Paquishas, all the Paquishas, was doing dirt. That they had 10. No, man. No, lies. Let's go.
Investigation regarding the Fulton Sheriff's Office. Is there any connection between those arrests and the dispute that you and the sheriff have had for the last few months?
It is not a dispute. The sheriff has praised and given us accolades, and even in his press release last night, said that he wants to get us paid and give us accolades for the job that we have done. As far as your first question regarding any synergy or connection there, no, there has not. Unfortunately, that was bad actors that have went through a thorough background and screening process, which includes a psychological test, a drug analysis test, a criminal history test, a credit test, a reference test, a education and experience check. And these things, unfortunately, are the things that we can measure and check when we're hiring somebody. We cannot measure and check what's in somebody's mindset when they look to do something. And with any bad actors, we fully cooperate with law enforcement so that they can be brought to justice, just as the sheriff does when his deputies, as they were just recently, involved in an altercation at the jail.
And just one more thing, is it fair to say that the, I spoke to the county manager's office and they said that, they had originally budgeted much less than what the contract turned out to be, or the projected expenditures. I think it was around 1 million when they were talking with the sheriff during the budget process earlier this year, and it grew to about 4 million. Is that an accurate?
Okay, here we go. Listen, this is why I love reporters, man. Let me go back a little bit more. What Lacey Ann said was facts. It sounded like he was saying the same thing that FFS is saying. And again, FFS, I appreciate it. That it sounds like he's saying, we did a thorough check. We did everything we were supposed to do. Those 10 warrants about, Paquisha Harris or whatever, we don't know nothing about that. It had nothing to do with us. It's some stuff that happened afterwards. It seems like that's what he's saying. But now we get into the budget part. Remember, we talked about the budget, and the video that I dropped an hour before I got this live started. I showed the budget. I showed a portion of the budget when it comes to the district attorney, when it comes to the inmate welfare fund, when it comes to the sheriff department, things of that nature. And I'm telling you, this is a good question that this reporter is bringing up, because they're saying, hey, this budget had like $1 million when they were talking about it earlier this year. It seemed like it was a budget of $1 million for you, but now we know that it went up to 4 million. So now we know that it was a $4 million budget for this particular security company. All right. So this is very, very interesting right here. Let's go.
A education and experience check. And these things, unfortunately, are the things that we can measure and check when we're hiring somebody. We cannot measure and check what's in somebody's mindset when they look to do something. And with any bad actors, we fully cooperate with law enforcement so that they can be brought to justice, just as the sheriff does when his deputies, as they were just recently, involved in an altercation at the jail.
And just one more thing, is it fair to say that the, I spoke to the county manager's office and they said that, they had originally budgeted much less than what the contract turned out to be, or the projected expenditures. I think it was around 1 million when they were talking with the sheriff during the budget process earlier this year, and it grew to about 4 million. Is that an accurate representation of, I guess, the increased reliance of the sheriff's office on your services? And if so, does that reflect an increase in the amount of guards you provided to the sheriff's office? What did that increase of money over the course of your engagement mean?
Most of the increase in money is relative to the increase in services provided at the jail. Historically, and this is not the sheriff's office alone, throughout the United States, we're in a current state of depolicing. Law enforcement agencies, coast to coast, are suffering shortages in retention and in hiring new employees to the tune of anywhere between 40 up to 60%. And those, actually, the FBI even wrote an opinion piece on this matter. And it is this piece that basically has affected Fulton County as well. And that's why they then outsourced services that were predominantly the services of sworn deputies to perform. They outsourced to us to come in and supplement these law enforcement duties, as we do at various other entities throughout the United States for local, state, and federal municipalities.
Yeah, are you providing security services at any other jails in Georgia?
I cannot comment where we are providing services in the state of Georgia or throughout any other state for operational security reasons and contractual confidentiality reasons.
Can you tell me what role the recent arrests of your employees have had in you coming out publicly about this disagreement over money with the jail?
Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me back up just a little bit. I want to read this comment real quick from FFS. It says, I managed to rack up 9 felony warrants, 3 misdemeanor warrants in a very short period of time. Got arrested and charged later that month. All right. Okay. What were the felonies? What were the charges? I mean, that's very, very steep. I hope you're trolling me, man. That's very, very steep right there. That's very, very steep. He said, now explain to me how I've passed federal background checks. Wow. I have no idea. I have no idea. Again, well, you know, some people like to put clay over the eyes at certain points. Were you recommended about something? I don't know, man. That's a lot going on. That's a lot right there. I don't know. You got to give me some more details. FFS, if you can, email me the actual details on that, man. I don't know. That's very steep. That's very steep, because I'm gonna tell you something right now. If you have a warrant for your arrest on your record and you're trying to get a job, they will tell you. Now, it's possible that you can get a job and be clean and all that kind of stuff, and you get into some trouble. But if you still get arrested, then that means that you won't be going to work if you get arrested. So I'm not sure about that. That sounds I don't know, FFS. You gotta help me out with that one, man. You gotta help me out, because right now, if you talking about now in this day and age, there is no way you can have all of that and get a job right after that, a federal job at that. There's no way. No way. The only federal job you can get after having all this kind of stuff is an informant. You're going to be an informant. You're a CI is what you are. You work with and for the government. You are cooperating. If you have all of this right here, and you say right after this, now how to explain I get a federal, I passed a federal background check. You only passed because you're an informant. You're working with the feds, dog. FFS says, I wish I was trolling, full send stupid. Nah, no clay on my eyes. Even got my CPL. Wow, man. Hey, give me the full story, man, so I can look at it, man, because I've never heard of that before, honestly. So, you know, you'd be surprised. Hey, I could be. I'm. Listen. Nothing is too surprising to me, but this right here is very, very surprising to me, man. You went to Canada and they let me in. Okay, so you okay? Wow. Hey, man, I need the full scoop on that. That's very, very interesting, though. Very, very interesting. Angel said I'm tripping. I mean, I'm just saying if you're going to be working with the government, you a CI, dog. You know, this government, he said, no, my God, not working with the Fed. I know. I'm just saying. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Definitely give me the full scoop of your story, FFS. That's very, very interesting for real, because I've never heard that before ever. I never, ever heard that before. So that's brand new news to me. Because where I'm from, you get caught, you go to jail, and then you get caught some more and go to jail and get caught some more. Okay. So where I'm from. So it could be totally different. All right, let's go. Let's proceed.
I cannot comment where we are providing services in the state of Georgia or throughout any other state for operational security reasons and contractual confidentiality reasons.
Can you tell me what role the recent arrests of your employees have had in you coming out publicly about this disagreement over money with the jail?
It has no effect in us coming out publicly over this disagreement with the, basically at the end of the day, we offered right up until the deadline a option for the Fulton County Jail to keep to continuity of services. And they just acquiesced and did not want to engage us at all regarding this. We offered them solutions. We offered them deadlines. When deadlines passed, we moved deadlines. We extended deadlines. We then gave them a drop dead final deadline. And I even personally called the sheriff and the other sheriff and got no response when the deadline loomed. And that was the last we heard. So we with no response and no explanation about when any type of funding would be provided, we were forced to suspend services.
Could you also share with me what kind of background checks do you administer to people that you hire in to be these security guards?
Exactly.
We hire folks and administer background checks in accordance with the Georgia Board of Private Detective and Agencies. And that's a criminal history check. That's your standard criminal history check. That is a drug screening test and various other methods that I explained before that we do to ensure that we're getting the most competent applicants to put forth to the jail. From that, the jail then takes and interviews those people and puts them into a screening process and goes one step further and conducts their own background check and has them do their own training where in addition.
Wait, what? Hold on, cuz. What? Let's go back. This is again more word salad, bro.
Share with me what kind of background checks do you administer to people that you hire in to be these security guards?
We hire folks and administer background checks in accordance with the Georgia Board of Private Detective and Agencies. And that's a criminal history check. That's your standard criminal history check. That is a drug screening test and various other methods that I explained before that we do to ensure that we're getting the most competent applicants to put forth to the jail. From that, the jail then takes and interviews those people and puts them into a screening process and goes one step further and conducts their own background check and has them do their own training where in addition to the training we are providing them, the jail then provides their own training to them that they must attend. So not only do they have to pass our screening.
Okay. Let's go. Yo, listen, look, you see what's going on, right? Oh, let's go. Okay. Let's listen a little bit more. Okay. So you go through your own background check. And then they pass your background check, and then whoever you're contracted with, Fulton County, goes through their own background check, which is normal when it comes to contracting. Okay. And then after that, they go through their own background check, just like you train them. They also get trained by Fulton County, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. Okay. And so you're basically saying like, so, I mean, we did our background check, but they did a background check too. They did a background check too, right? And so it ain't just us. it's them too. You feel me? Oh no, man. Oh no, man. Come on now. Your background check, then another background check. Okay. All right, Joe. All right, Joe.
Screening methods, but they also have to pass the jail screening methods and background check and training. I got time for 2 more questions.
I have a question from WSB. So you said the contract started in July. They immediately didn't pay. February rolls around. Deadlines start happening. When was the last time you talked to them? What month? So we can add that in there.
We talked to the jail just as soon as yesterday. We were on the phone with the jail. We were on the phone with jail right before, several hours before Sheriff Lavat's press conference.
Did he ever tell you why there was no payments or anything?
His explanation and his staff's explanation when it initially first started was the check was in the mail, then then it was a wire transfer. Obviously, there was no wire transfer, there was no check in the mail. Then it was a cyber attack. There was no proof or given to us that they had suffered a cyber attack and that delayed their payment systems. Then it was just a whole nother series of events and incidents and excuses why we never received payment for services rendered. As far as yesterday, that was the first time in several months after reaching out to the sheriff that he finally did contact me back, and we spoke, and his answer was that we simply just don't have the money, that the money is earmarked, but the money is held up by the Board of Commissioners and not being released, and that he is trying to allocate funds and move things around from his internal jail operations and budgets to get us paid, but that amount would not even cover one invoice.
Will you be providing those any of those documents on the invoices and the ones that you mentioned earlier? Would you be providing those?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question? I didn't catch that.
Yeah, you said you had, extensive documentation of unpaid invoices and communication, things like that. Will you be providing those?
I'm sure at some point in time that they will come to light and surface, and that will be dictated by the course of events that the county takes to remit payment and our response to those events.
And just to be crystal clear, you entered in the contract in July of last year. Since you entered in the contract, they had underpaid you, and then in February they stopped paying you. So it's accurate to say they had never, in the course of the contract since July of last year, fully paid for the services your company has provided.
That is correct.
Whoa.
Okay, folks, thank you very much for your time. If there's anything else that comes to light, or if the county wishes to re-engage us, we are always open to that. And it's, as I said, this is with a heavy heart that unfortunately we have to do this. But we are suspending services, and we told those guards that should this situation be rectified, that we would love to put them back to work, even if they're working at a current location for us, or they're working at another provider, and bring them back over and employ them again in this capacity if they elect to. As I said, this is something that in 22 years we've never faced before, and we're hoping that we never have to face it again. We pray for everybody that's involved, and pray for the men and women that are in uniform providing the services and working diligently right now at the jail to hold down the situation until the bureaucratic red tape could be resolved. Thank you very much, and everybody, God bless.
So, mixed chick here, man. She's talking about this.
This is something that
she's talking about this right here, like his face right here, then like the ears popping right there, like it's the ears right here coming out of his forehead. Not Oh man, now I can't unsee that now. Now I'm looking at it like, dang, he do have the ear joints going on. Look, man. So how do y'all feel about this right now? Seriously, man. Like this is crazy. So see here, Blue Eyed. Okay, got you. Blue Eyed Hillbilly says, how does one become a member? Let me go ahead and send the link to you, sir. Or ma'am, I'm sorry. Let me send the link here, and hopefully you can follow the link here, and it will help you with becoming a member. And thank you so much for even considering becoming a member. And hopefully you could do it on your computer. If you trying to do it on your cell phone, may not work all the way, especially if it's an iPhone, or I believe. Anyway, his ears, the ear joint is funny. It is hilarious. So what do y'all think about this? Honestly, the whole background check situation, the whole fact that you had, and again, we knew that this was going to happen. We knew that once we find out that these particular young ladies were involved in or hired from Strategic Security Corps, which is same company that Fulton County has not been paying, right? That this was going to get brought up. Okay, you just had these particular young ladies get arrested for contraband, serious levels of contraband as well. And then on top of that, they haven't paid you, and this, that, and the third. So how are you able to justify the quality of work you gave them versus them not paying you? And see, that's the thing. It's like a person who has a vehicle and they like the entire vehicle electrical system goes down, right? You can't start up your vehicle with a key. Nothing, no electricity works, and it's not battery related. It's not alternator related. It's none of that, right? Let's say it's none of that. Let's just say it's actually electrical system issue itself in a vehicle. Then you like, you know what? I gave this vehicle back to the dealership. They don't want to fix it, so I'm not going to pay them a monthly lease for using the car when I can't use it, because I'm going to have to take that money and try to fix the car instead of so how do I justify not paying? You know what I mean? The way I can justify not paying is that, man, you hire 4 criminals, dog. Basically, that's how Fulton County is going to paint the picture. Like, you hired 4 criminals, and these women were absolutely messed up. They was doing contraband. They was having sex with inmates, all that kind of stuff. And you didn't do a good background check. Now we're about to question you and how you handle your business. What did he respond and do? He said, hey, we did our background check, and then Fulton County, they do their background check too. How come y'all didn't see this, right? We can't tell what's in a person's mind when we hire them. We don't know what they're going to do after the fact, which goes back to FFS comment earlier about the getting hired somewhere and then you go full send stupid on some stuff because you didn't get brought up in the system. So 2 things could be true at the same time. However, if I'm a betting man, all right, if I'm a betting man, I'm not sure if they did. When I say they, I'm talking about Fulton County and all them. I don't think they probably did a thorough background check like that. I believe, this is what I believe. This is what I suspect here. I believe that this gentleman right here did not. They have a background check that is probably just a regular background check, right? And they bypassed some stuff or whatever, or it could be the fact that the background check was very, very, I would say a minor process, if you will. And because most times when you subcontract, man, most times the company that is subcontracted with you, most of the time there's going to be like an HR type of situation, or it's going to be like some type of, talk to HR, have an interview with HR, stuff like that. Doing a thorough background check twice is like unheard of, in my opinion. It's unheard of. Background checks twice, it's unheard of to me. So some type of, yeah, exactly. Indie Love, thank you, Indie Love 2008. There's some type of shortcut. Something happened here. You know what I'm saying? Something definitely happened here, because I don't understand. Like, that's what I'm saying. Casper is saying this. They didn't fingerprint background check anyone. That's what I'm saying. Like, they didn't have no type of, you're about to work for a jail. You're about to work for a jail through a private company. Like, you gotta do a thorough background check either way. You know what I'm saying? Blue-eyed Hillbilly, thank you so much for becoming a new member. Everybody put Blue-eyed Hillbilly in the chat right now. Let's do it right now. Put Blue-eyed Hillbilly in the chat, becoming a member, supporting the channel. Thank you so much for being so generous and rocking with your boy. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know. I just don't think that those warrants were by surprise or anything like that. I just don't believe that. I'm sorry. I don't believe that. Let me see what the chat thinks, man. It's hard for me. Some things are hard for me to wrap my mind around. So that could be me. Abundance says, as a state employee in Cali, we are subject to a background check upon hiring and random checks throughout our employment and substance tests. Okay, are you directly hired by the state or are you contracted? Because that makes sense if you are directly hired by the state. That makes total sense. That makes total sense. You know what I'm saying? That makes total sense to me. If you directly hired by the state. But if you're directly hired by a contractor, unless that contractor has it in their contracting clause to do that, I don't see a reason why they would do that. See, exactly. There you go. I'm a direct state employee. Okay, exactly. There's a different set of rules. There's a different set of rules. That makes sense to me. Yeah, that makes total sense to me. That you have to do that. That makes sense to me. Makes total sense. Contractors, though, there are some negotiation clauses that you can implement in a contract where you can bypass some stuff. And I'm telling you, I was a municipal tech for a city, all right, a government position, but I got hired through a private company or a IT contracting company. Okay, I went through them, and I'm telling you, the only thing that I had to do when it comes to their particular type of walkthrough of security and background checks and all that kind of stuff, I had to have an interview with the human resource department head of the city. I was able to bypass that easy because I'm a great interviewer, and I stand on business on that. And then I was able to get the position. Let me tell you something. I had access to very interesting things. I would say that. All right. I had access to a lot of things about the police, about fire department chief, about the judge, about the mayor. I worked closely with the mayor. Okay. There were no random checks or anything like that because of the kind of contract that I had with my company. So, this makes sense. You're a direct state employee. That makes total sense. Because they're gonna have their own way of doing things. But let me tell you something. These contracted companies, like this guy right here, laziness. Laziness. They're like, man, we ain't gotta do nothing. We ain't gotta do nothing. No, we're gonna do our background check. Then we're gonna make sure everybody's straight, and then we're gonna get our people to start working. That's it. FFS said Fulton County took all the cuts. They said, let's wing it. Exactly. That's a fact. They said, let's wing this boy, man. Let's go ahead and wing it. Wing it. I'm telling you, man, this is absolutely crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Do you think so? I wonder when this lawsuit is going to come. I wonder when this lawsuit is going to come, because this lawsuit is brewing. If they can't come to an agreement, this lawsuit is going to be absolutely crazy. It's going to be another thing that Fulton County has to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Another thing that's going to essentially cost more money for an area that can't afford these type of lawsuits. And I'm telling you, man, this is kind of crazy. Mika, thank you so much, Mika, for joining and being a part of the channel. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I hope I do you justice. For sure, absolutely. But it says, she says here, I'm just joining, but most subcontractors are required to follow all onboard requirements of the direct employer, especially government. Sounds like they didn't follow protocol. Okay. Okay, that is fact. That is fact. That is fact. They have to go by, and they do, especially for these type of positions. I want to be clear. For these type of positions, they definitely have to do like certain type of training and all that kind of stuff with the direct employer, because they have to, their onboarding process, you have to be able to go through their training. So that's true. That's true. I neglected to remember that. That is actually true. The onboarding process, is very, very strenuous or different when it comes to the direct employer. So you're going to have to go through all of their, even all their inclusive diversity stuff and all that kind of stuff. You're going to have to go through all those things that the direct employer wants you to go through in order to be thorough and be hired and be on point. You know what I'm saying? And especially when it comes to training. But see, this is interesting because these were ancillary positions. So even in ancillary positions, there's still some type of onboarding that has to take place. But the fact that these positions were ancillary leads me to believe this last part of sounds like they didn't follow protocol. You know, they're like, oh, these are just security guards that's securing the door, making sure everybody's straight. You know what I'm saying? Securing this and that, you know, that's all. It wasn't like they had no direct contact or no direct interaction with the inmates and things like that. So they thought, okay, because let me tell you something. So they thought, because them four ladies were able to do all kind of contact, all right? All kinds of contact, man. So yeah, that's definitely great point. Great point by Mika. Everybody put Mika in the chat. Mika. Put Mika in the chat and welcome Mika to the channel. Appreciate it, man. Oh man, so I did get something from one of our Biz Nation members. Let me see here about nurse contractors. Former nurse contractor detention officer arrested in Fulton County Jail contraband investigation. Another contraband issue in Fulton County with a nurse and a detention officer. And this was published on August the 29th at 9:43 p.m. Shout out to Kristen Vasquez, one of the members of the channel, one of the Biz Nation members of the channel, sent me this. I'm going to definitely deep dive into this. I'm not going to do it right now at this particular moment, but I'm going to deep dive into this. It seems like there's a little bit more of the story that need to be developed as well with this, some more details. I'm gonna definitely find that out. I'll probably rock out a video on this as well just to see what's going on, but I want to do a deep dive on it. Thank you, Kristen, for your input and for your content suggestion on this. This is absolutely insane right here. A nurse and a Jesus Christ. What is going on with Fulton County, man? Seriously. Was that Uno earlier that was in the chat? That's from Atlanta. That he said he's from Atlanta, he or she. I'm sorry, I don't know. They didn't give out their name in that regard, but didn't they say they were from Atlanta? What is going on in Fulton County? What's the energy like there? Jennifer Sims said, "Hi, I'm new from Cat's channel." Well, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer. Let's go ahead and drop a nice little shout out to Jennifer for being a part of the chat, the channel. I appreciate it. I'm trying to figure out if it was Uno. I believe it was, but they say they were from Atlanta, and so I'm just okay. Okay. Oh, Angel Baby said yes. Uno said that. Okay, I'm just curious. Like, what is the energy like there in Atlanta? I've never been to Atlanta. I do have cousins who live in Atlanta, and they've been in Georgia for quite some time. And he was an IT person. Thank you. And so I don't know the actual energy of that area, but man, it's got to be taxing on the mental and taxing on the pocket. I mean, this is what it's taxpayer dollars going to this stuff, man. It's crazy, super crazy, man. Super crazy. Right here, Casper says Juanita Callaway, excuse me, a former nurse terminated for having an inappropriate relationship with an inmate. Oh my goodness. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. It's crazy. Can you deep dive on Baltimore jail? I sure can. I haven't gotten into it yet, but I sure can. Can you deep dive on Baltimore jail? Krishan Bro is locked up and set himself on fire. Wow. He is saying the jail won't give him aid now. Infamous Sylvia had it on her channel. I would definitely deep dive into that. That's very interesting. If you can you send me, if you can, somebody give Mixed Chicks _ Samantha my email address so she can send me some information directly. Okay, so I can look at this. All right. Thank you so much for coming in and letting me know about that. That's very interesting. And thank you for being a member of the channel as well. I think you got one of those these, I think, what was it, gifted, or I think I got one of them gifted memberships as well. If you have supported the channel with super chats, I appreciate it as well. Thank you so much. So generous. Thank you so much. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, good people. Thank you all for rocking with your boy. We did 3 hours and 17 some odd minutes today. So I appreciate all the love and support. I just want to shout out everybody once again. Natasha Robert becoming a YouTube member of the channel. My Take TV once again. Another mod that's rocking out the membership of the channel as well. FFS is in the building. I mean, giving out so many super chats, man. I definitely appreciate it. Sam W, thank you so much for your contribution as well. She Lee's in the building, always timely, man. She Lee is always supportive of the channel, and I definitely appreciate it. One of the best mods on the internet as well. FFS once again, Sam W once again. See here, Cheryl Balicki gave a $5 super chat as well. Is that Canadian, I believe? $5 super chat as well. Say, you notice how nice the outside looks, yet so filthy inside. We deep dove on that a little bit about how you have great exterior. Everything on the outside looks great, but when you deep dive into someone on the inside, it ain't so great, man. So shout out once again. Shout out again to Mixed Chick _ Samantha, Natasha once again. I mean, so much love. Blue Eyed Hillbilly in this is now a member of the channel. Thank you all so much. How do you all feel about me doing some members only content? How would y'all feel about that? Or do y'all want me to stay? Do y'all want me to stay public, like I am now? Like I am now. Thank you. Steph JK, thank you so much. Very generous compliment. Says thanks, Tavis TV. Great job. Love hanging with you guys. Please give a like and subscribe, guys. It really helps the channel. Absolutely Absolutely chill. The mod of all mods says good night at everyone. Appreciate you all for rocking with Tabiz TV tonight. Yes, absolutely. How y'all feel about me doing membership, members only content? I thought about that. Look, members only jackets too. Remember them back in the day? Oh man, the members only jackets back in the day was crazy, wasn't it? It was crazy. Yo, so see that Chill said, yes, Tabiz TV, some members only. Let's go. Look. Let me tell you something. I'm thinking about it because recently there was an interview between Cam Newton and Dr. Cheyenne, right? And they were talking about low functioning men and women and low functioning relationships and creating broken families, creating broken homes and things like that, trying to figure out the intent of relationships and all those type of things. And I'm telling you, I'm very, very interested in doing that kind of content. I do enjoy talking about relationships and things of that nature. I have a second channel. It's called the Mailroom Network. The Mailroom Network consists of myself, my boy JB, the Gent, and my boy Rollo. His name is Rob. And we have our own channel, the Mailroom Network. We have our own channel, and right now we're in the off season of our channel. We're about to bring it back up for season 4, and we have something called the Mailroom Show, and we talk about relationships from more than just one perspective, of course. And so I've always been interested in talking about relationships and things of that nature. Have experience in certain areas as well, so I believe I can contribute something to that conversation. And so I'm thinking about maybe perhaps doing that particular live with members only. Okay. And we all can just have a little powwow and just talk a little bit amongst ourselves and things like that. Or would you like for me to just go live in general? It doesn't matter. And then we all could just watch it together. Either way, y'all let me know what y'all think. All right. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I would definitely put into consideration what you all think about this. But I'm thinking about it for sure. I'm definitely thinking about talking about it, this is like very, very, very interesting type of topic, and it's very, very important, I believe, to our society. Honestly, it really is. It really, really is. And so I want to be able to provide at some point that particular type of content as well on this channel, because we rock out, man. We talk about various things here, not just always law and court and stuff like that, even though that's kind of like what we kind of do too. But at the same time, definitely want to talk about more personal and relationships and ideologies and things like that. So let me know what you all think, man. Matter of fact, put it in a comment or something like that. Let me know what you all think about it, and I would definitely consider what to do on that. In the meantime, in between time, thank you all so much. Thank you all for all the new members and everyone that has come to the Tabiz TV channel. Thank you all so much for your love and providing just nothing but love and support to the channel. I appreciate it. Casper said Mailroom Network channel has 215 subscribers. Like I said, we just started not too long ago in because there's 3 of us, so we all have our different schedules and things like that. So we started off not too long ago, like sometime last year, not too long ago, and we had to base it on our schedules and things like that. So once we come back, we like to come back with our stuff together. You know what I'm saying? I produce all of the introduction work and the music and the whole thing like that. My boy Rollo does all the content creation. He's the head of content there. So it's a lot of things. We all agree upon it. We all agree upon what we're going to talk about. But and I get really passionate on that channel, man. I get passionate and we talk good. And my boy JB the Gent talks as well. I mean, he do his thing, man. We all have our own perspective on things, but we're like-minded and things of that nature. So we talk about a variety of things and questions and topics when it comes to relationships in particular between men and women. And so it's just something that we enjoy to do, and so I'm not we're not trying to make careers out of it, I don't think, but we definitely love being able to talk about certain things. And so you'll see the growth in the channel too, because I'm gonna be honest with you and be transparent. There were times where I had like a very frustrating type of approach to certain topics, and then I was able to kind of grow out of that by working on myself, working on things that I need to work on. And this particular, even though I do get silly and passionate and stuff like that, but when it comes to certain things and certain serious topics, I keep my cool, man. I'm cool as a cucumber with it. So my thing is providing information that is not going to be misleading. I mean, I'm not, I talk to women a lot when it comes to their relationship status and when it comes to their idea of what they want in a man and things like that. And I'm telling you, man, you'll be surprised at where people are when it comes to certain things. It's very, very interesting. Once you start unpacking things, and once you start unpacking and breaking down certain things, I'm telling you, you'll be surprised at how much more work you may need than you think. And just, if I was to give advice to anyone, just be open to the idea that it's possible that you may need to do some adjusting. It's possible. If you're open to that idea and you are able to face that idea forward, trust me, it will be a lot beneficial. FFS says, shout out to our host, Take Quest TV. for those of you that was not here Thursday night, we did a 7-hour stream. It was so much fun. Listen to me. Thursday night, you will see it's we did a live on the thumbnail says checkmate, and it says cross-examine rewatch, because Wednesday, the last day of the cross-examination of the defense, I wasn't able to see the whole thing, so I did a rewatch on Thursday night. Go ahead, look at the rewatch. It was so much fun. It was ridiculous. It was so much fun. I had so much. That was the most fun I've had doing a live ever, I would say. I mean, it was hands down second to none. And we're only going to do better. We're only going to do better. So thank you, FFS, for reminding me to change the channel to Take Quest TV instead of Tay Biz TV. Look, even Kat said Take Quest Nation is in the building right now, man. Oh my goodness, man. Take Quest Nation, anybody. Y'all are so silly, man. Well, thank you all once again so much for the love and support. I'm about to go ahead and get out of here. I will holler at y'all in a minute. Listen, tomorrow is Labor Day, so go ahead and enjoy your day. Enjoy your time off. For those that are off, those that are working, still try to do the best you can. I know it's difficult, but those of you that are off, enjoy your day off. Actually relax. Actually give yourself some time off, and then we'll pick it back up on Tuesday. Until then, I'm your boy Tay Quest TV. No, Tay Biz TV, man. I'm out. Peace.